All right. Howdy, neighbors. I am Thundercunt, and tonight we are writing fanfics, and we are chilling, and I have a special guest, the Taco Grandma of Spence. I wanted to say hi to Christina. Woo! Afterparty, woo! I hope she's drinking with me. Granted, it is very early for her, so I kind of get it if she's not. Very ho checking in. And Bonnie hopped over as well. Excellent. I am intrigued and still kind of here for the taco making. I'm having pizza, but Nicole Swanson is here. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Kibby, who is quickly becoming one of my best friends. Holy crap. Is that a removable cooking surface on your stove top, Spence?
Yes, it is. It was Mr. Spence's birthday present to himself. It is heavy as fuck.
So it stays on the oven?
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't get it hot enough to boil a big pot of water. So I take it off every now and then. Like if I gotta make pasta.
I read that as Taco Grandma Spice at first, and I felt like that would be a perfect name for a member of the geriatric version of Spice Girls. Yay, Kibby! Hey Nikki, hey Kibby, Raven, and Bonnie. Sorry I didn't see your stream or I would have been there, Bonnie. That's a good thing, right? Right? She is the yang to my yin. So that is what's going down. Love that. I have a cast iron one and I can take it on and off.
Yeah, I want one that's only 2 burners, but this one is all 4.
Nice.
It is a beast.
People talking at each other and throwing emotes at each other, which I am totally here for. The more to cook on, my dear. The more to cook on. Okay, so we were playing Never Have I Ever. No, we were playing Would You Rather.
Yeah.
Granted, I do not have her list. So I'm just going to look up Would You Rather questions. Not for kids. Okay, here we go. 250 Would You Rather questions. All right. Would you rather have the ability to see for 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future? I get 10 minutes in the future, like, often, so I'm going to say 150.
Yeah, I'd be good with 10 minutes.
Yeah?
Yeah, 150 is something my anxiety wouldn't deal with well.
I think I'm interested in what the future would hold. What my next generation would hold. Or 3 generations, as the case may be. Am I also on Twitch? I am, in fact, on Twitch as Psycho Sako. I will be streaming art things. I am streaming art things at 10:30 Eastern, and basically until like 1 in the morning, maybe 1:30. 10:30s would 10 minutes would be like intuition. I agree. 150 would change too much considering everything that happens on a daily basis. I guess that would be fun. Question mark? I get that. Non-berry ho daddy reporting for Turkey Lurk. Thank you, Turkey Lurk. I appreciate the turkey alerts. I wish I could use my Twitch emoticons for YouTube. I wish I could, but I cannot. I do have a lurk button. I need to make a lurk command that has like a response whenever they do the lurk things. Yeah. Yep, that's a thing. Tacos! I assume you are chopping up the meat.
Yes.
Okay. And also you're toasting up the tortillas.
Well, they're like uncooked ones, so I'm cooking the tortillas.
I see. Also, all the hearts from Bonnie. Bonnie, you could be on too. Aren't you on Discord? Aren't you? Granted, I only have a couple of hours. Yeah, I only have a couple hours. And then I gotta do the lunch thing.
Yeah, I basically have until I'm done cooking.
I haven't been on in a while. Well, we'd love to see you. I'm reading about a guy who succeeded in negging himself out of a potential date because he wanted a date when he wanted a date, and men are so fucking tiring. Why are we? Yeah. So he got a date. Rather, he got the opportunity for a date when he didn't desire the opportunity for a date, which is the way of the universe. Like, it's as soon as you stop looking that it comes, at you 150 miles an hour. That is the thing. Okay, so I guess we're doing sprints? Question mark? Do you guys want sprints or do you just want chat? Because I'm technically writing a thing pertaining to fanfic. I'm technically doing things. Woo! Ah. All that meat looks awesome. I cannot do the beef thing, but I kind of miss it in a way.
We do beef quite a bit because we live in rural country. So a flat iron steak, that steak for us was about a pound of beef, and it cost $3 for a really good cut.
Oh, Kibby's working on fanfic too. Oh. Watching Spence cook and thinking about making tacos. Hell yeah. The way I'm reading it is that a woman in question said she couldn't do a drink that night, and he decided to say, well, I'll have a drink with you, but I'm going to go get someone else tonight. Oh, and like that was the pointless and unnecessary and just told that woman she doesn't need to have anything to do with you. Yeah. Why? Why did you... Because he wants instant gratification. That's what I'm reading into the situation. He wants instant gratification.
I saw something similar to this recently, where she suggested a different venue, and he said no because he wanted a submissive, agreeable girl.
So when they see Japanese American, they assume that I am a submissive, very demure Japanese girl. And I am not. Yeah, congratulations. You played yourself. Yeah. So I more than once did I turn a guy off because I have a gregarious, outgoing sort of personality. And their loss, as far as I'm concerned. They think Sako is submissive. You know what's funny is technically behind doors, I am. I am a switch. I am a switch. Also, tacos.
And from what I understand, that kind of thing is like a test for like both parties. Is he asks for a specific place, and she tests him by suggesting somewhere else, and how he reacts is like the green, yellow, or red flag.
Yep.
Because if his response is, "Oh, I like that place. If that you'd be more comfortable there, let's go for it." You know, it's like I'm gonna have time that day.
Being respectful and submissive are two different things. Yes, there is a difference between being a sub and being a sub. Showing some love. We are off to the concert. Okay, have fun at the concert, Christina. All the hearts. Enjoy the concert. I'd buy that for $1. Bye, Christina. Okay. Yay, tacos. I'm gonna. Can I do this?
I think I'm gonna sign off now because tacos are already done.
Oh, okay.
And the pizza demon has come in like 4 times, like, "Mommy, I'm hungry."
Well, okay, fine.
I will be switching to lurk mode in the chat.
Okay. See you later. Enjoy dinner. Accidental vocal fry. Yay, Christina. Oh no. But yes. My internet, I am right next to the router and it's saying that my internet is less than stellar right now. Also, what? I agree. There are two different things. People can be respectful, but that doesn't mean they'll be submissive type all of the time, if ever. And I am respectful, but Japanese, like, no, excuse me, not Japanese submission. Cultural submission to the male sex. Yes. Oh, I know. That is my fanfic name. That is my fanfic name. Yep. Oh, I guess I should put this on edit. Can I edit it from here? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. YouTube cannot be reached. Try that again. Oh, Camille Myrick did another thing. Oh, that's cool. Does Amara Franklin have a thing tonight, I wonder? Tomorrow night. No, tonight. Set reminder. Okay. I will probably message her and be like, hey, we should hang out. Kibby is at 1861 words of today so far on your fanfic. Is that what you're talking about? I always try to do the hard connection for streaming. Yeah, me too. Wi-Fi tends to be a bit too flaky for my level of patience. I get that. I have like 40 degrees RJ45 connected to my desk, to my router specifically, because of how frustrating I found trying to stream on Wi-Fi, even in the same room as my gateway. Desktop, not desk 2. Okay. Congrats, Kibby! Alright, I have to be right back. What is everybody else working on? What is everybody else working on? Oh no, your book. I've never done fanfic. Okay. Also, thank you. Yes. What is everybody else working on? I am working on drinking. Do you want me to join you? You can. Do you want me to send you a link? On Insta? Question mark? Question mark? I'm explicitly not working on anything because looking down at my own writing right now depresses me. Oh, that's no bueno. Also, right now I'm smoking? Question mark? Yeah, I got you. I'm actually trying really hard not to smoke today. I've had one cigarette, and if I include halves, yeah, it's all good. I think all my videos are age restricted. I think. I think that's the thing. I have one finished novel draft, and it just feels like I've jammed entirely too much into that story, trying far too hard to establish the setting for a series of novels and stories into one narrative. Well, if you want a beta, I am willing to beta. It's high fantasy, right? I mean, greens, SIGs are only after dark. Ah, I see. Yeah, if you want a beta, like urban cosmic horror, I'm game. I've done that before and I split it into several books. It depends on how much setting you did the things. Yeah. One narrative. But I'm still game. So if you want to send me okay. So it's the same story. Is it the same story? Because if that's the case, then I should already have it. Bonnie!
Hi, everybody.
I missed you so much, darling.
Aw, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, especially now that I see you.
Aw, I'm a bit messy today, so I didn't.
Your hair's not purple anymore.
No, I didn't blow dry it either, so this is like
super wet and
no. It's cold. I got out of the shower and just decided to throw mousse in it, because I didn't feel like hot bowling today. So,
right on.
What are you doing Friday? What are you drinking?
I am drinking amber cider.
Very nice.
Cider, woodchuck. I am also sort of writing
I'm done.
fanfic.
I met my goals for today, so
Oh,
if I write
yay!
fanfic, that's just cause. But I'm trying to focus on projects, so I don't want to get sidetracked.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, we'll see.
I've got some Apple News is trying to talk about 9/11, and I'm kind of not here for it.
Me neither, because I still remember it. I don't even want to.
I still remember it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I was going into college when it
yeah.
happened.
I feel ya. Doesn't it make you feel old when people are like, "That was 20 years ago"?
I still don't have that in my mind.
What's
I
surprising is
still
that we're just now leaving is the surprising thing. So
it's been like it's been 20 in a day. It'll
I
be
hate politics. I hate talking. I know some people say, well, it's only political if you make it political. I'm like, I just steer clear of all that stuff so my well-being can try to survive.
here.
Yeah. So I saw you were drinking and I went up there and still got a little bit of this strawberry flavored gin.
Oh, cool.
So, and I'm drinking kiwi strawberry Snapple. This is my favorite summer drink so far. Summer's over. So strawberry gin and strawberry or kiwi strawberry Snapple is what I got.
That sounds amazing.
It's good.
That sounds super amazing. And I just got an email from Raven as an invitation to their beta. So I'm going to give that a read. How many words is it? I haven't looked. Like, how long should it take me to read it? Because I'm also working on a book, and I'm hoping to release it on Halloween.
Should put something together for. Now, I don't. Maybe I shouldn't say that because people will want me to do it because I mentioned it, and I don't think I'm capable of it. But if someone is capable of it, it would be nice to put a specific like Instagram group or something of that of people who want to be beta readers in the AuthorTube community and what genre they want to be beta readers for.
That is a big
easier to
thing
find
on the
specified beta
Discord.
readers for genre.
There is a channel for that on the Discords.
Tell me more.
Various Discords so that you can beta for whatever genre you want, and in general you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Very cool. Scary to me.
It is scary. It
Just
is
even
scary.
like it is, yeah, because like I don't know, it's scary.
So it's scary on both parties because one party is worried about critique
Jennifer.
of their work. Hi, Jennifer.
Sorry, I just saw that.
One is worried about critique with their work, and one of them is worried that they might say something that will upset the writer.
Right.
So
yeah, on the author's part, like there's so many reasons to be scared. I don't know. On the beta reader, yes, they might offend the author in some way. They might have that fear, but like even me, I'm like, even when I finish, I'm like, did I write this too dark? Did I write this too graphic? Should I rein this back? Do I need to add more to this? Did I, even the, because I think about the sensitivity and things like that. And I'm like, what kind of sensitivity levels is okay? And I know it's not okay, but what level is really what people are looking for versus I know not to do this. You know what I mean?
So what I did was I did one Google form for 4 kinds of readers.
Okay.
One was sensitivity reader. One was beta reader. One was street team reader, I think. And then one, what I can't remember what the last one was, but I gave people an option as to, and I'm gonna need sensitivity readers for my book. There's no qualms about that. We have intention of putting.
I don't think so, but another book that I wrote, I'm like, that I've finished, something that I've finished practically. I'm just like, should this even be published or should it not? It's not that bad. I was like, it's not. I tend to think worst case scenario first and have to draw myself back. So that's why I can go from like the best possibility, but first I've thought about like 10 of the worst possibilities. You know what I mean? Just in everyday life, I think like that. So sometimes I'm like, is that worst possibility? They say give it the worst possibility, but do you really want to give it the worst? You know what I mean? When you,
I love the worst possibility.
yeah, people say that till you give it to them.
I love it.
People say that till you give it to them. So
yeah, I love it. And even so, like my editor.
I'm sorry if I'm all goofy because I did just smoke. I'm having some drinks now, so
That's okay. Me too. That's okay.
I usually stream on Twitch on Fridays, like a watch party or something, and I'm just like, should I? Because I'm already drinking, and then I'm like, okay, I'll join Sako.
Right on. That might not be you. That might be the slog that is your dad's writing. There. Okay, so I like the guy who wrote The Great Gatsby. I want to call him Ferdinand, but that's wrong.
I wish I had my Alexa down here. I would just,
ask her.
I can't even think of it off the top of my head either.
F. Scott Fitzgerald, yeah.
Ah.
I love his prose. I do. I love his prose, but his plots suck. Like, he is a master wordsmith, but when it comes to putting together a story and a plot and something interesting for us to...
We all can't be great at everything, Sako.
Yes, we can!
I like to think that too. Why don't I just learn how to do every single thing myself and take forever to do it? But the problem is it takes forever to do it.
And the whole problem is that it takes forever to do it. So I try to do all the things. I try to give just enough description.
You're Superwoman, for sure.
I try to give just enough description to get you through the scene. And then, like, if another scene happens in that setting, I'll continue with the detail and stuff like that. But that happens so rarely, so I tend not to. I was lamenting on having to creak my dad as an example of how much I'm adverse to making critiques. Yeah. That I did catch.
I'm very good at critiquing other shit. No, like
I take criticism very well.
Critique is different, but looking at something and be like, you know, I'm thinking of one specific instance. I won't say who it was, but I was reading somebody's book. Well, nobody who's in our small group of writer people, I should say.
However, it might be in our large group.
It's a larger influencer in the community.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? A larger, a much bigger influencer. I read the first, someone who's an authority, and I read the first page, and it was going to be published. I read the first page, and I already saw a spelling mistake, and I put it down. I was like, I'm done, unfollowed. And I was like, this is someone I'm like, here, yeah. And so, and it was online. When you look up the book online just to read about the story, you know what I mean? Like you can read
the blurb,
the first couple pages.
Yeah, sure. Online. Yeah.
Yeah. It was in the first boom. And I was like, done, unfollow, boom. I'm like, I can't. I was just so disappointed, I think. You know what I mean? But I'm okay with that. I'll still watch the videos now, but that was a while ago. But it took a while for me to like gather myself. I'm like, this is someone who's like way big and authority and trying to tell me how to do stuff, trying to say who's right and wrong. And then I read the first
okay, so
and I see
I'm gonna name names.
And I probably shouldn't have said that, but it happens. It happens, you know. So it's scary to put things out.
Yeah.
Some people can just put them out and don't.
I find it a problem to.
If it was in a big paper book, but it was in the first page of the reading on the. You know what I mean? I like didn't even buy the book yet and get it in my hand, and I was just like,
and I am.
I was about to buy the book. I was about to buy the book, and I was reading the first page, and I was like, yeah. So I was buying the book. I was all the way there. I was about to buy the book.
Maybe they didn't go through an editor. Maybe they didn't go through an editor. Maybe
I don't know.
I guess somebody didn't catch it. Like,
yeah.
I find it
looking
really...
at it over and over and over and making sure I wasn't the one was like seeing something that wasn't there, but I was like, no, this is clear. And I was but that was like a year ago. That was like a year ago. So
and they might have grown
and
we since then.
Yeah, we all make mistakes, but like it was such a letdown because it was such a big person, you know.
Yeah.
It was someone really like who's been around a long time and in authority on. I'll tell you later. I'll show you later.
I have a problem critiquing my dad. So, imagine running an RP. Imagine running an RP for your family, right? And your dad is in it, your mom is in it, your sibling is in it, and you have played in your dad's game, you have played in your mom's game. So you have an understanding of A, how they run, and B, how they play. And I think he's a better storyteller. He tends to mod when when playing. And running for that is really hard because having to tell my dad, simmer down now, is like really hard.
I wish someone would tell me to simmer down sometimes because I get worked up. I do. I have to tell myself, I'm like, simmer down. For sure.
I mean, the idea that my dad, my dad was intriguing, but he buried it in descriptions of mundane activities, and there was absolutely no reason for him to deep dive into. Yeah, and that's very Tolkien as well. Like this guy begat this, like the Silmarillion, for instance, right? This guy begat this guy begat this guy begat this guy. I might as well read the Bible. And
I've read the Bible a few times.
Yeah.
Let's
play Would You Rather. Okay.
Not always for my will either. You know, some of those things get forced on you as a child. So
yeah, that's true.
You know, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I as soon as I was 17 and I moved in my own apartment, I stopped attending anywhere regularly. So there's that.
Oh, Allie Cat is playing video games. Okay, enjoy the video games, Allie.
I'm sorry, Friday's my like overly obnoxious day on purpose. Like I start the morning on Fridays thinking like today's Friday. It's the day to like be obnoxious.
It's the day to be obnoxious. Enjoying this conversation as I'm playing video games. I feel bad for even considering to tell him, hey, get to the fucking plot already. I don't care about where they put the news or how long it takes to feed the chickens, or I don't care about those things. So that's the thing about being a beta.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be here. Wait, what happened?
But that's gotta be so hard trying to critique your father's writing.
Critiquing my dad's a good writer. He is. And he gets to the point and he provides just enough. I think a lot of my writing is styled after his writing.
I
because
wouldn't want
I
to
was
make like my
very
parental cry. That's all. I wouldn't want to like be like
my
I'm thinking of my
mom.
mother or something. Like I'm like I wouldn't
My
want.
mom,
She says she would
like
be right, but I can't imagine.
she should write a book. She should, but she just
Everybody should, but
RPs by herself. She just RPs by herself, and I think she should write a book. And there are times where I want to tell her, "Oh, Dan LeGrone, yo,
you know
long
what
time
might
no
be
see."
a nice gift for her would be they have these life journals, and I had gotten my mom one a couple years ago because she always says I want to write a memoir of my life. And it's a book, and she just fills in everything, and it asks the
Yeah,
questions and the memories, and it goes through your everything about your life, your family, everything. Like, leaves tons of room to space to write stories and stuff. And she doesn't even have to like make a book, but she'll have it. So maybe someday, if she doesn't do it, somebody else will, because she'll have all the information there for her.
oh,
Ultimately,
unfortunately.
journal things. So if she wants to write a book, that's pretty nice way
Okay,
to.
so the thing is my mom writes very prolifically,
Mm.
and she just writes forever. She doesn't have like she role plays by herself. She doesn't have a plot. She doesn't have uh I mean, every once in a while she comes up with characters in a universe and all of those things, but there's no end. And this is like 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 words.
Wow.
And
You think that has had a big influence on you as an artist and writer, seeing her just
I
do
don't think I think maybe a little bit because I'm more inclined to go the flash route
that? Mhm.
and then fill it out from there.
Mm.
You know, I'll write down what happens and then I'll put in my descriptions and my um like kind of like fill it out with prose and stuff like that. I'm not particularly purple or anything like that. But hey, down the grown. Oh, we're talking about writing stuff. Um,
I don't have one set style. I feel like every single big project, not like mundane projects that are like the same thing over and over again, like more technical writing, things like that, where you're doing the same format over and over and over again, much shorter type things. But every big project that I do, or big story, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 word story, I feel like my process for actually finishing even the dump draft is so different every time, even just for the dump draft. So I don't think I've developed like I'm sure once you've done a few books, you develop more of a style, but I haven't published anything yet, so I'm still figuring out process.
I think writing a book yourself when you've had exposure to both of your parents,
Mhm.
um, it impacts the style that you write in.
Mhm.
But that's to say, like, like Karen down the street or Laurel K. Hamilton or, like Stephen fucking King. Like, reading their work also influences how you write. So, it's just another person. I think the attachment to the person is irrelevant. Um,
Maybe Raven should give them Save the Cat or something.
so there's no story structure, no arc to follow. Exactly. They will sometimes run through a module, so there is a beginning, middle, and end. When it comes to modules, but it doesn't. I don't understand what happened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The being let down by a book by an author tuber
Oh
who
yeah,
is really prolific in the community.
oh, I hate to. I'm not gonna like out anyone. I'm just saying it can be very hard as someone who hasn't published a book yet. You're looking up to all these great people, and then you have an instance where you're about to buy their book because you're so in love with everything they have to say, and then you see something like a error
Like a
on the computer. Yeah,
typo, rather.
on the first chapter page, and it just, you know what I mean? Maybe it's me. I got over it. I like the person again. I like their videos, but that was like over a year ago. I'm sorry. Give me a moment.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. Can't stick around, but hugs. Hugs. My husband just recently started writing again. No cable or internet. I'm trying to decide if I should suggest he put it up on Wattpad when he's finished. It depends on what he's writing, right? Yeah, I think it depends on what he's writing. I would be very surprised if I plugged everything back in like a fool. I need another drink. Hey, get out. Okay, you guys are gonna come with me to the kitchen.
Where did Spence go with her cooking?
They're actually eating the things.
Oh, nice. Looks like we're gonna have fish fries, I think, and clams and.
That sounds amazing.
And I don't have to cook it, so that's even more amazing.
That's even more amazing.
I usually cook almost every single night, so it is nice to not. I was just
be that guy.
I was just gonna go make tacos. So.
Oh, crunch.
See, I don't put as much work in as Spence. I just do the ground beef and then put the lettuce, cheese, and stuff. Maybe some like refried beans or something, burritos, and I'm like, there you go.
If it's something short, then Wattpad might not be a terrible thing. Especially for a first piece. Especially, you know. I think that's a really great thing to cut your teeth on. I admit that there's something that I considered, but I've been holding off because I know there's a certain amount of desire for instant response that's driving my decision-making process. How do you mean? You want like it to be a going conversation between the beta reader and the author, right? Finished chapter 4, 2087. That's kind of amazing. Eating flounder right now. Right on. I'm gonna get some more cider. This is number 4.
Ooh. I'm a lightweight, so I'm already pretty good. It's only about not even 6:30 here, so it's a Friday. That's always nice.
Dan Lagrone sent me things.
Is there anybody in here with expectation for sprints? Just
I hope
wondering,
not.
because
I hope not.
I'm just so chatty.
I think we are equally chatty.
This is the best I felt all day, though, so it's great. Actually, I had a great time streaming with Heather earlier.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, it was fun.
That is so great.
And you're going to stream art? You're going to be all tipsy and do some art streaming?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Not on YouTube, though.
Right.
Come 10:30 at night, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. Yes, absolutely.
Very nice.
And I'm mildly drunk.
I'm getting there.
Very mild.
I don't drink that much, but I'm home and I'm not. Unfortunately, I have been like a fucking prisoner all week.
Oh no.
Because last Saturday morning I was like all excited. I went to the Tim Hortons. Drove my car to go to Tim Hortons.
Mm-hmm.
And people who follow me on Snapchat already know this. Because last Saturday I went to go to Tim Hortons and I was in the drive-thru, right? Haven't had any problems with my car, nothing. I'm in the drive-thru line. Car just dies. Nothing, just shuts off right there. There was no clunking, there was no lights, there was no difficulty starting up until that moment it
Just
shut
a stall out. It just stalled out.
right. It just so I got some guys that come help me in the parking lot, push the car. I persuaded some nice young college boys there's College Town, very nice. They pushed me and my car off to the side, which was very nice. And then ended up having to get the car towed to the garage, and still they've had it all week. They can't figure out what's wrong. I have to take like my back seat out. They're gonna keep it another week. I'm like, dude, I have no car. I don't live in a city. I need my car. I'm like, so on the upside, I've driven the what the hell is that? His truck. I've driven my husband's truck.
Beast of a truck.
He just got a new truck. So I'm driving this giant fucking pickup truck twice this week. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a beast. I'm sitting up all high. I'm used to driving my little Corolla. But I've only left the house twice to go to the store. And I'm just like, oh my God. It's been a whole week. I can't leave the house. And it's the first week the kids are back in school where I could leave the house. It's been so long. I'm sorry. I'm on a tangent.
No, tangents are great.
I'm ridiculous. It's okay. I'll have another drink. Maybe it'll even me out.
Yeah, that'll even you out. Kibby would rather have tacos.
I think Kibby should join us too.
Hold on. I
She's
have
so much
Kibby.
fun. I've had so much fun watching you guys last week. I don't know if she wants to. Maybe I said too much, but
I'm gonna post
on the spot. I don't know.
the things to both
Poor finger.
BC and also Kibby.
Yeah, BC's in here. You streamed with BC earlier today.
I did.
I hadn't realized it until after a little while, but sent people towards you guys from
Twitch. Right on.
It's keeping me focused and consistent to have a specific time to get started writing every day. So I really like that so far this week.
I'm a huge fan of shrimp tacos. They are one of my favorites.
I don't really like shrimp too much, but
they're really easy to screw up. It's easy to undercook them. It's easy to overcook them. Like getting the sweet spot in between is like super tough. I get that. Oh, with hair right now, no. I asked Sako early and she gave me a no, so I've been waiting on the shower thing. Okay, I follow.
That's okay. I just thought you'd be a lot of fun too.
She is.
Oh yeah.
She is super fun.
Are your fingers tired yet from writing so much today?
I was doing a lot of reading and plugging in series Bible things, like back and forth. We were playing Never Have I Ever. Okay.
Funny.
Or would you rather, excuse me, would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every single song you hear? I would rather dance.
Me too. Well, yeah. I'm not a very good singer.
Are you a better dancer?
I like to dance.
Yay!
I don't have like a belly dance type background or anything like that, but I like to move.
I remember posting my work on Fan Story years ago and the sensation of getting an almost instantaneous response that I still jones for that feeling sometimes when I'm writing. Oh, well, that's the thing about writing fan fiction is like people will like just yum it up like as soon as you post it.
I should open
But
up
yes,
my pad.
we are willing to wait 20 minutes. I only intend on being on here for 2 hours, so
I don't
there's
know if I'll last that long with drinks. I'm such a lightweight. Like I'm thinking about
you
4 seconds,
are.
and I know I'll be like done. I'll be done.
You'll be done.
Yeah, I already smoked too, so like
Oh yeah. So the
I
extra
don't really
oomph.
drink though. That's the thing. I don't really drink, so
I don't either. Like I'm on cider number 4.
but this is strawberry gin. And this is so good. This is the new Indigo by Snoop Dogg.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Yeah, and it's so good. It's so good, and it's so good. There's a purple one that actually comes out purple. I can't even think what it is, but that's pretty cool. So we'll see.
And then with kiwi lime,
No, kiwi strawberry Snapple.
kiwi strawberry. So it just
Strawberry
helps with
gin.
the strawberry gin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't taste like alcohol. That's why.
Yeah. But I could never share fan fiction because the idea that I don't have ownership of the ideas I'm using feels weird to me. Like I tried to write a Dresden Files fan fiction years ago, and I like the ideas I used too much to let them get that intertwined into someone else's fictional world. Oh. I think people would appreciate it. I'm just saying. Like AU stuff, and I'm a big fan of AUs, like alternate universes. Like there are, and I know I am not the only one.
That was just the other question. Alternate universe or canon. Do you write it in a different universe or do you stick to the storyline? But if you're writing fanfic, it's the same thing to me.
But it's not though.
But it's not though. But I'm just like, you're kind of writing them in an alternate universe in their universe. So I'm like,
where ideas get sealed in amber and I have the damnedest time dislodging one from the other. I know that Angel didn't actually die. I know that. But I read a fic one time where Angel died, and it still gets me like teared up.
I'm gonna go off camera for a second.
Yeah, cool. Damn it, my typos didn't go.
Break and I just.
Yeah, I got you. Is the town crier a streaming thing? Announcements. Okay.
I could open up my Pokemon fanfic, but I don't know if I want to get into that. I'm so focused on what I'm currently writing. I just.
Can I verify that I can see that writing? Okay, let me look. I know it just emailed me. Open beta reader share. Mountain Speaks. I can see it. Can I make comments and stuff? Yes, I can make comments. Okay, cancel. Okay, yeah, I can see it.
I didn't realize fanfics started so early until today.
Only today was the first day that we tried to do it before Sage got to sleep, as opposed to after.
Gotcha.
Something tells me that after might be a thing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Looking forward to some Sako brutality. Do you want me to read it on screen?
Yeah.
That would be brutal as fuck.
Please do. Please do.
Okay.
You can see the mist. The mist. I'm gonna turn the exhaust over there on open. I'm in the downstairs back corner, so I'm good. I'm being bad.
Or is it when you read that stuff, it makes your brain hurt?
I gotta open the back door to the basement.
It doesn't make my brain hurt. I just hold on. Let me close my fanfic and open up and make sure your thing is open. Copy of The Mountain Speaks, Mark 3. I will make comments. Is that okay? Also, I'm trying to read your... You have question marks next to all your chapters. That doesn't help. I pay attention to the document map. So there's that to consider. Oh shit, what have I done? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right. I'm going to read it. I couldn't sleep. The guest bed was soft enough, the duvet warm against the cool autumn atmosphere in the house, which, in spite of having plainly been cleaned, recently still retained that distinctive musk of disuse. Staring at the garish, meringue-like whorls of plaster on the ceiling, I felt the hope of getting any significant rest without the sleeping pills on bedside table begin to gutter. That sentence doesn't make sense. I felt the hope begin to gutter. I think that's what you were trying to say.
I got confused with the duvet was like fall and then the duvet smelled like musk. That's where I got confused. I'm like, okay.
The duvet was warm against the autumn atmosphere. However, it had plainly been cleaned recently and retained that musk of disuse.
I feel like that could be one sentence written.
It is one sentence written is the problem.
I feel like it could be combined into one sentence and made like one descriptive sentence about the blanket instead of this sentence and then another sentence about the blanket. I feel like I got a little.
No, that is all one sentence.
Oh, that's one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
It's me. Little too much.
The guest bed was soft enough, the duvet warm
I am not an
against the
authority.
cool atmosphere of the house, which, in spite of having plainly been cleaned recently, still retained that distinctive musk of disuse.
Long sentence.
It's a long sentence. But not a bad one.
Different style too. You might have to read a lot more of that to actually like fall into the style of writing. You know what I mean?
Google Docs is trying to say bad grammar, but it's not bad grammar. It's just a weirdly worded sentence.
Yeah.
After 3 years, maybe I should have gotten used to the deep-seated aversion to unconsciousness I developed in my final months on the London Metropolitan Police Service, but it still vexed me. vexed me that I needed to be dead on my feet, exhausted before sleep would come easily, vexed me that the dreams that were the source of my retinence to sleep persistently haunting me, vexed me that without pharmaceutical aid I could hold on, that needs comment. Could not get rest, and even then the rest that I got left me frazzled and drowsy the next day. Somewhere in the house a phone rang. My arm jerked reflexively toward my mobile beside the pills on the bedside table. Ooh, I got a boop. I got a freshly bathed Kibby.
Y'all get to watch me do my hair though, because literally.
I put mousse in mine today because I was not hot toling it, so I feel ya.
This is like just out of the shit. This is like the way you wish it would stay throughout the day, you know. But no, it within like 20 minutes, if I don't do anything to it, it looks like I stuck my finger in a light socket.
Yeah, look at me.
Poof. Yep. Poof. Yep. It's like all my friends are like, "You have absolutely no hair." I'm like, just wait 20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not that there are run-ons. You just have long sentences.
It's one of these days. where you do nothing but you throw it in a knot and throw it in the back of your head.
You know, that's the way it was earlier, but the whole front had that halo thing going. You know?
I like that. Yeah. I actually blow dry mine that way. So.
Yeah, just, you know, with curly hair, you do what you can. It pretty much runs itself. I love it when people are like, "Oh, just run your fingers through it." I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, once it's dry, let me go ahead and run my fingers through it for you. Cracks me up.
It depends on how oily your hands are.
That's true.
I have to coat my hands in oil and then run my hands through my hair. Like
that's what it is literally nourishing oil.
I literally just use straight up oil sheen because that's the neighborhood I'm from. When
I try to use regular oil
sheen and some pump it up.
I end up with a beard of zits if I try to use regular oil.
I buy professional products too because I am a licensed cosmetologist, but there's some of my oldies that I just couldn't replace, you know.
In high school, I used to do baby oil. Straight up baby oil. And just
my best friend in high school did too. She always had it like slicked down like this.
Oh shit.
I was no joke though. She was no joke.
I graduated in 99. So like as far as hair went, you still just used a straight iron on straight hair. There was no like heating protection products or anything like that. So yeah.
I didn't realize we were so close in age.
Really?
I think we all are, but I don't want to podcast. I'm so old.
Everybody thinks I'm 25 or something. And I'm like,
no. I get younger too.
I'll take it.
No, it's bad when you're with your oldest child and people ask you if that's your man.
Oh, Lord.
That's bad. That's bad. My oldest son he's 21, but he's bigger than me and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It happened to me, and I looked at the guy. I said, does he look like he can afford a mortgage? You know, I was like, does he look like he can afford a wedding or a ring? He can't even afford a car yet.
Well, you never know at 21. You'd be surprised. There's some kids running companies.
Yeah, I'm short too. Sako's pretty petite too, so I'm sure people think she's much younger too.
Just they do.
Short, yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, and I was 5'9" in high school, and everybody always thought I was like 20, 22. It's kind of funny. When I was younger, everybody thought I was older, and now that I'm older, everybody thinks I'm younger, and I'm like,
hey, it works.
Yeah. Not really when you're trying to buy a drink and you honestly forgot your ID and they don't believe you worth a damn. It's like, I swear
I'm at the age where I could just go to the bars where you know the owners.
In San Diego, I used to be that way because I was born and raised there. But moving to Tennessee, they're like, who's this young city thing walking into our bar thinking she's gonna just buy a drink? And I'm like, hi. They're just
I went to the casino last month just for one night. I just went to humor somebody else who wanted to go. But I go to give the guy my ID. He's like, nah, you're good. You're good. I'm like,
yeah. See, well, and my mom gets mad because she's one of those women who's like, are you going to ask for my ID? Are you going to ask me for my ID? And it's like, Mom, stop.
Okay, so I am 40.
I don't know how we got here.
I'm technically 39.
When do you turn 40?
I turned 40 in May.
So I'm older than you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I turned 40 in November.
And I'm older than you
but Raven is talking about how
47
he remembers rotary phones. I remember rotary phones.
I remember rotary phones. Dude, I remember pagers.
And pagers. And
I remember
home computers weren't a thing. We were a special house by having computers in our house.
My mom was a teacher, so when those first Mac computers came out, the colorful ones, they offered a deal to all the teachers, and she ended up buying us each one. So yeah, but still, it was I
remember Q-Link.
God, Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah,
Garbage Pail Kids.
Garbage Pail Kids.
Do you know how much Garbage Pail Kids cards are worth now?
Yeah, like ridiculous amounts.
Like like one card, I forget which one it was, but it sold for like over $100,000.
Wow.
For a single card.
Think of how many dresser tops or like desktops we stuck those to, probably.
Or how many times we used them to jimmy open our roommate's door or our sister brother's doors, or traded them at school for, do you remember Pogs? How many of us remember Pogs?
I still have my slammer.
There's probably some around here. My husband like keeps everything.
I was on a plane to New York.
Everything.
I was on a plane to New York City when those started coming out. And I remember teaching a kid. He had no idea what they were from, and he was from New York. And so I was like teaching him. Next thing I know, they were blowing up on the East Coast. I was like, did I start something? That just happened to coincide with the fact that but it was like we were on the plane and my mom got mad because
long-seated intuition.
No, remember when they went into that whole shutdown of, it's gambling? Remember that? My mother's a teacher. My dad's a cop. What do you think?
Is not gambling. Playing 4, 5, 6 is gambling.
Well, no, my mom saw me going, that's mine now. I want it. And she went, oh, no. You're playing a game. You give it back to him when it's done. And I'm like, that's not
how this works.
And she goes, then this is gambling. And I'm like, it's damn it.
But it's not. Please
don't do this to me. You always do this to me. You always pull the teacher out.
Yeah.
But
I just want to say I love Kimby's energy. I'm just feeding off of it. This is the most I think I've smiled the entire week. So
please take some. I have too much. I drive people crazy. Take it. I specifically have clients that come see me just because they're like, I need your energy. They're like, I don't care if you even do a reading for me. Just talk to me. I need your energy. I'm like, take it. I have too much of it. I always have.
Yeah, you're making me cheerful. Sako too. I always love seeing Sako. I watch your streams a lot, so I'm like,
thank you.
I'm like, where's Sako today? I look for people. I'm like, where is this person? Where is that person?
Yeah. There's certain people that I find myself drawn to personality-wise, and it's like, I don't know. I think we connect to creators that have personalities that are kind of our sides of ourselves that we can relate to. But like, there's a side, like my wife will tell you, there's a side of me that's a lot like Sako.
Wow,
you're not wrong.
It is part of your name, right?
Yeah. If you put me in a large crowd with all new people, I'm a wallflower. I'm up against the wall, silent, with my drink, literally doing this number.
Me too. However, people come to me.
Mm-hmm. But you put me in a crowd of people I know, and it's like, hi, how are you? It's like literally night and day. And my friends that know me, they're used to it. But people that are just starting to get to know me, they literally like, are you fake or something? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I literally am just, I've embraced multiple sides of, I guess you could say I have multiple personalities. I don't know. I have different characteristics about myself that I have embraced, and I'm not afraid to hide them. I have so many colors to me. That's one of my favorite colors, rainbow, because there's really no side to me that's the same as the other side. Depending on how I'm feeling during the day, you're going to get a different Kibby. And that's why my friends have the saying, Kibby's just being Kibby, because I'm always true to how I'm feeling or who I am in the moment. But at the same time, depending on the situation and circumstances, you might not know necessarily who you're going to get, you know?
Yeah, you would think that I would be like that too, but I'm very selective who I
show your true
spend
colors.
my time with. Yeah.
Well, your time is so valuable.
I'm very selective. My husband is the opposite. He will tell a lady in the grocery store a life story about anything. So I'm becoming more open like that, but like literally like he's like that. Like he's in sales, but he could go talk to everyone, and he will
My wife
gets everyone. He will network with every single person he sees, where I'll come in and sit back, and I'm a talker too, but I'll sit back and choose who I want to talk to. He will make sure he hits every single person in that room, where I'm like, no,
me, it's an energy draw.
I'll probably talk to 3 people out of the 15 or 4, maybe 5 if it's a group talking, where he will make his round. You know, we're very different in that way.
Right. For me, it's an energy draw. If I'm standing in line at the grocery store or I'm at a restaurant and I can feel like I'll kind of feel it out. If somebody feels like they're having a rough day, or they could, especially if they're having a rough day, if I can turn around and do something stupid and goofy or make some stupid little comment that puts a smile on your face for 5 minutes, I'm going to do it. Like there's so many times that I've been in the hole.
I get mad. I'm like, you've spent 20 minutes talking to some random lady. I've done all the shopping, and you're still in the cereal aisle talking to some lady. I have no idea who you're talking to, you know?
See, my wife has a hand signal for me.
Mine is, I have the keys and I will leave you here.
Like, end scene, darling.
End scene.
End scene. You are done. And she'll stand behind the person, literally.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Wrap it up.
Like, wrap it up. And it's kind of
mine will try to involve me in the conversation if I do that.
Mm-hmm.
See, I know better.
I'll and just give the eye, like.
No, mine. I know better. Mine is
like this.
She is.
You're talking about another chicken store.
Yeah, you see, my wife is you. She's the complete opposite. She's like, babe, I have no interest in talking to anybody.
On your street.
She's like, you can start the most random conversations, and I have absolutely no interest in it. And I'm just like,
I can start random conversations too, but not with every single person I see on the street.
It depends. There's not every person. Also, because I'm a girl, walking up and talking to every person on the street, you really no. Go to Hollywood at 2:00 in the morning and just start randomly talking to anybody on the street.
No way.
You're gonna re-question exactly what you're doing in life. Evaluating things for a moment, going, what am I doing? But yeah, no, like I said, it's more of an energy. If they pull me to have the conversation or feel like they need to talk, I'll talk. Other than that, I'll stand there silently and be the wallflower. Well, I don't know. I'd actually need confirmation
on the time and place too.
Stand quietly.
There's a time and a place,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel. I will sometimes talk to some rando in the grocery store, absolutely, but there's a time and a place.
Mm-hmm.
And
but doing that occasionally is different than talking to 10 different people at the grocery store in one trip.
See, that's different. If
I can't shop for 3 hours. I want to go in and get my stuff and not touch anybody else, not go near anybody else,
and leave.
See, my problem is That's how I am.
I don't want
in-
people slowing me down. I just want to go get
It's
this
when
stuff.
I'm in
Get
line.
stuff and leave.
It's when I'm standing in line when we have, especially if we can't do the self-checkout. Like my wife dreads not being able to do the self-checkout because she just knows if we're standing in line for longer than 5 minutes,
No.
the cashier, the person in front of me, the person behind me, if there's a baby, forget it.
Yeah.
If there's a baby or an animal, hi. I'm all up in that. So
I refuse to go to the grocery store with kids unless it's a special occasion and I'm feeling it.
well, I also haven't been to the grocery store in God, I haven't left my house. I don't think I've driven anywhere in about a month and a half.
I haven't left in a week and I'm about to go insane.
I work from home. I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah,
I don't have to go anywhere.
I don't have to go anywhere either, but I need to go places.
Not me. Personally, I like
to get in the car and like at least go to the gas station or go get a coffee once in a while or
that's
run
yes,
to the grocery store or run to the dollar store real quick. I need to have the flexibility to do
So
Still need my
apparently,
candy bar.
okay. So I
Okay.
just joined the Black Hat Society in Richmond, and the
Is that-
Dollar Tree is selling signs that says Black Hat Society and has like a witch on it and
For Halloween,
inquire
right?
within, and I'm like, I fucking need that.
Hold on a second. I want to go grab something.
Find some good holiday decorations there for really cheap.
Dollar Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Dollar Tree has Black Hat Society signage, and I'm like, I am here for it.
I want to show you guys what my
I
wife
like to go to the dollar store.
Ew, pretty. It's almost done.
it's a wood carving.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
So, but that's the kind of stuff my wife does.
Very
That's
nice.
awesome.
So,
Very pretty.
I need a Black Hat Society sign.
she's like, it's not done. I'm like, deal with it.
Deal with it.
I'm showing them.
Music teachers end the songs you're playing with. Yep. Just
That's funny
close your fist while moving your arm.
Or
The one you guys showed.
we really want to get into the whole conducting thing. You know, I watched my mother for 30 years. I mean,
but to make them shut up.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's where I learned it from. Because well, her smallest class size was 60 students, and they were 6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
Oh wow.
Her largest class size was 320, and she had them all controlled with hand signals.
My youngest son is starting violin.
I
No.
played violin for a year.
Did you like it?
I loved it, but I had because my mother was a music teacher, people put a lot of pressure on me to be good in certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And my violin teacher expected me to be able to read sheet music like instantly or something. And
Because your mom was a teacher.
yeah, and expected me to know where the notes, like I played piano, but she expected me to know where the notes were on the violin without any tape.
Mm.
And I was like, well, don't they put the tape down so you can learn? And she goes, well, you should know by now. Like, I've never played violin. So I ended up quitting after a year because the teacher kept giving me low grades because she expected me to be better than what I was. And I didn't understand it. And it was like 6th grade. So I was like,
I played drums in 6th grade.
I played
I wasn't allowed to play drums.
clarinet in
Clarinet.
6th grade. Yeah.
One of my best friends played clarinet. My friend Stephanie played clarinet. My other friend played flute.
That's awesome.
But I grew up, both my parents played guitar, and my mom played guitar and piano, and then my sister played piano and flute, and then I played piano and violin. Not for very long, though. I played more piano than violin.
I understand that RP only gets you only get so much mileage out of RP stories. And I think the Russian werewolf convincing the bureaucrat to give me what I want by telling them your argument is valid because you were in a Pikachu onesie.
Wait,
Uh,
what? I'm so lost.
okay, so once upon a time, in my werewolf game,
Okay.
2 werewolves, in the form of human, were trying to go and deal with Russian bureaucracy. And
Just for the hell of it?
no, they needed a specific document.
Oh, okay.
They
I'm like,
needed
why
they
just
needed
decided
papers.
they wanted getting involved in Russian politics.
Yeah, they needed papers. And so it came down to they had to use stats to talk the lady into actually giving them what they wanted. And
I'm still listening.
and he used the argument, your argument is invalid because I am in a Pikachu onesie. And there's only so far that story will take you.
How does that make his argument invalid because he's in a Pikachu costume?
Kibby, I just want to let you know I'm so with you right now.
I'm
I'm so with you right now. Just
See-
a FYI.
Notice what shape the dish is.
Hearty.
I have to. If I don't, like, think about it. This is me on this. Could you imagine me sober? If I am this amped and I'm stoned, could you imagine me sober? Another reason why I don't drink.
I don't drink a lot either.
If I do drink, I actually thought about
Very impressionable when I drink. And it was like,
See-
oh, okay. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I am who I am.
if Sako had listened to me earlier when I had a gut instinct that she was going to be left alone on her stream for some reason.
Message.
I was actually
Well, I knew tonight I was going to stream. I just didn't realize I was going to do it at 6:00 at night.
and I had a feeling. I sent that message out of freaking nowhere. I pulled that out of my butt, dude.
Yeah.
Kibby,
Literally.
she's getting her full of me and you tonight.
So, but I was gonna surprise Sako by going and getting some alcohol and drinking with her, and being like, "Well, since you took, it was gonna be your little shot. It was gonna be your little special. Hey, since you know."
Oh my gosh.
But you said no, so
I said no because I didn't know Fanfics and Chill was at 4:00 p.m.
So I was like, screw the shower, screw the alcohol. I'm just gonna sit and work on my
She's hanging with Sako tonight.
And then I get on and I see she's on a stream, and then it's like a taco stream. I'm like, what is that? And then all of a sudden she's like all by herself. I'm like, I tried.
I'm sorry, Kibby.
And
You're the psychic one. I did not realize that
Well, I
I was going to be in this place in my life.
well, I didn't want to exactly be like, look, Sako, okay, I already saw a vision. You're gonna be hanging alone on the stream. You might, sorry, no offense, but how crazy would that sound? Seriously.
I know, right?
If you just got this message of, hey, Sako, I just had a vision that you're gonna be alone on the stream, and you might as well just,
I'm just gonna know that. I'm just gonna expect that out of you in the future. You
just
realize
know that if I'm contacting you, it's probably for a reason.
Yeah, I loved how Kibby said, you better read her cards, or she's going to give you a dislike last week.
Yeah. And that was true, huh?
Yeah.
Because I had a feeling.
It wasn't true. I already liked the stream. So.
Well, all of a sudden, I got this feeling where she was like, you better read my cards or this button's going off. And I was just like, you better read it.
It was already going off. It wouldn't have mattered.
terrible at kind of play piano, but very slowly. A tiny bit of recorder too, because elementary school when I was in the 4th grade. And if you play piano and you play like flute and sax and clarinet, then a recorder is
pretty
like
easy.
Literal child's play. Literal child's play.
Well, I don't know about that because I still can't play a recorder, but I think this is going to sound wrong, or it's going to come out wrong. You can't really make this not sound correct, but I think I blow too hard.
Yeah, you do.
So I think that's why I
said.
can't ever get the recorder to play right.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm a lesbian.
Oh, I know. Okay. I knew, but I didn't think about that, but I'm thinking in my mind.
I'm a lesbian. Now, don't get me wrong. I guess I'm bisexual,
I'm
but at this
married to a
point in my
man.
life, I'm married to a woman.
My
So
status, I'm married to a man. That's my status.
And I am married to a man. That's my status.
Yeah. That's my
is your status
I'm
different than
pan.
sexuality?
I am.
That's what you
I'm
get.
pan.
That's what you're getting. That's what you're getting from me. I'm married to a man.
That's it. I'm married to a man. You assume the rest, okay? No.
No, that's.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Eminem. I am whatever you say I am, right?
I'm sorry, but that doesn't work for me because of the fact that I've been married to a man and now I'm married to a woman. And I remember what it was like being married to a man, and that didn't stop me from nothing.
Right. Well, there you go. It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind.
My prerogative. I only got 4 minutes.
I'm see what happens. This is why I'm not a big drinker, but I am drinking now. So
You are drinking now.
it's a little late.
Well, if Sako
I'm gonna even myself out real quick.
If Sako ends up wanting to do a stream with me next week, other than the planned one, I'll be more than happy to get some alcohol and maybe
and
show you drunk Kibby that everybody loves.
You see, Sako's already rubbing her hands together.
I know. Everybody loves drunk. I'm the only one who doesn't like drunk Kibby. Everybody else loves drunk Kibby. And I only don't like it because, like, I hate being nauseous, and alcohol makes me nauseous. I don't know why. It doesn't matter what alcohol I drink. It makes me nauseous, and I hate it.
I am drinking strawberry gin and strawberry kiwi Snapple. I might have to go change because I was outside. It was chilly, and now I'm downstairs. I'm getting warm.
And you're sweating. I had to do that.
I can't take this off either because I have a really small.
You saw what I did. I just changed on stream. I'm like, excuse me, going in my closet.
Well,
I'm like,
if I did that.
Y'all are making me laugh too
If
much.
I did that, I wouldn't want to. It's Sako stream, not mine. So
I like drunk.
Who said Sako wouldn't?
Or, well, okay, so maybe I haven't seen Raven drunk, but I have been in situations where I was drunk around Raven.
Everybody's horny when they're drunk. And what happened?
He became my friend. That's what happened.
Friend.
So I don't know.
He became my friend.
My friend? Yeah.
My friend.
No, the way my brother.
I told you my mind goes to worst case scenario first, right?
My brother used to call it my friend, which means like this is my friend.
This is the person that I associate with when I'm in the personality of drinking.
Yeah, maybe. So I have been drunk around Raven, but I can't swear that he has been drunk around me.
I haven't been drunk around anybody in the stream.
Granted, it's been like a decade, but
I've been drunk a few times on stream, and that's why I stopped drinking on stream mostly.
Honestly, most of the people I know on YouTube or on...
I had a few drunk streams, and I stopped for a while.
What did you do? Did someone get demonetized?
Not demonetized, but...
Not
restricted? Oh, you got the YouTube. No, Mom.
No, not YouTube, Twitch.
Right.
Twitch.
Twitch.
Oh, Twitch
strike. Yeah.
Mommy,
I
she's
like
doing it again.
I was okay with it. It was worth it.
You know.
Oh, drinking the water, being healthy. I'm on number 5.
I stream on Twitch for pure fun, and I usually act ridiculous, depending on how much resentment I'm holding on to.
I don't do Twitch. I don't have Twitch, but
And the other
theory
person
I've
knows
heard
that
about
and just
Twitch-
ignores me anyway.
Oh Lord, I can only
I'm ridiculous
imagine.
sometimes.
I don't know how to have guests on OBS.
I
I
do
don't
not
even know
know
what that is.
OBS is the streaming service that I use for Twitch.
Just assume when it comes to anything regarding gaming, I'm just an idiot. Okay.
It's not gaming. I have an art stream on Twitch.
Can
I
you do
don't
that
even-
through Discord though? I
Did
feel
you
like
put
I've seen
those
people
two
pull
things,
people
Twitch,
in from
Discord?
Discord.
No idea about.
I could probably pull people in on Discord, but I don't know how to pull them in. I mean, I could probably do like a coffee stream and then
I
pull
wonder how
everybody
to do that.
into a screen on OBS, maybe, I guess.
Quite a long time ago, I was on somebody else's Discord, another Twitch. Fendi, I think he changed his name by now, but he pulled me from Discord. So I'm wondering how.
Well,
that
don't
happened.
Discord and I don't know this, but don't they share technically the same server system?
I'm not sure.
The server system from what?
Just from what I've learned from Def Noodles and all those reporting people, I thought that Twitch and Discord shared the same server
No.
point.
Nope.
And that's why there was problems with it. Okay.
Nope, they don't.
I didn't know. That's why I'm asking.
Nope, they don't.
Is anybody in the chat still writing fanfic?
Allie, maybe. Kind of sounds like you're hesitant and confused if they are your friend or not. The friend? Yeah.
Friends. I think we all have friends. They're also known as acquaintances, but you're not going to say that to their face when you're in front of them. This is my acquaintance. I think friend sounds a little bit more polite.
I think it depends on the platform for myself.
True.
So
Yeah, well, that's true. At some cocktail parties, and introducing them as an acquaintance is actually more professional.
Oh, geez.
Sorry. I'm gonna go down here now. Goodbye.
No, tried to full face first into the
That
ass
is
of a
why I
woman
turned-
bent over in
that's
front
why
of
I
me,
turned my camera
black out after
sounds like
drinking
fun.
an entire bottle of liquor on my own in 20 minutes, and had a crying breakdown about a woman I've never met in person.
really?
Okay, Nikki is back from eating and also writing her fanfic.
Well, Nikki needs to catch up with the drunkenness of the stream.
Since then, my tolerance has been shot. Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
not having a third drink, so
I'm having a fifth. I'm having a fifth drink.
yeah.
I
but
think my
I'll get
tolerance
worse.
got shot on my 25th birthday when I went to a strip club and ended up on stage and not remembering what the hell happened.
That sounds like me.
I
Well,
had
I ended up with
spring break
$3,000
like
in my pocket, but still, I didn't quite. The only problem was I was like, "What? Just please tell me I did I wasn't. I'm not going to be ashamed of anything that I did."
Oh, there's shame.
No, evidently I was pretty good.
Yeah.
I kept most of my clothes on.
I remember going on spring break to like Fort Lauderdale, man.
My
I had
heart,
so much fun, but afterward there was so much shame.
my heart just started palpitating thinking about that night. Ah, God, like just the dread of not knowing what the hell I did. Rah. I mean, my friend
having slight memories of what you did, but not actually what you actually did at the end of the night.
This is why. No, this is literally the night why I don't drink anymore, because I got blackout drunk. It was literally blackout drunk, and the fear I have of the way I'm able to recall information and remember details all the way down to 2 years old. My mother was shocked. I'm able to remember memories that far back. So to not be able to recall anything, not even a glimpse or even emotion, not even to be able to pull an emotional feeling from that night scares the crap out of me. I don't like it.
I don't like it either, and I'd rather be around safe people.
The only time I ever
like
felt that level of insecurity was after I was robbed. After they broke into my house and robbed me and robbed my car, and everything was stolen. That level of violation, I experienced it twice already in my life. I don't ever want to experience it again. Well, 3 times technically.
Crazy how people think that kind of stuff is like
What day in
non-harming.
November is your birthday?
You know what I mean?
Mm.
People
My
say that's
birthday-
not, it's, you know, not a big deal, but when somebody breaks in your house and robs you,
There's a level of,
it's-
you don't feel safe
yeah.
in your own bedroom, in your own
Yeah.
bed. There's a
I
level
got robbed
of,
on Christmas Day one year. It was so horrible.
that's
And
horrible.
I was young. Yeah, I was young.
That's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Nicole, my birthday is actually considered the holy day, 11/7.
11.
11/7, November 7th. So I have the 2 holy numbers in my birthday.
Literally the most I've had to drink in the time since I've actually with the werewolf gang, where I've had 2 full ciders in a single session. I almost fell asleep in the middle. I don't get drunk anymore. I go into a coma.
Yeah, see, I don't drink. I don't get
I'm a
drunk
control
anymore.
freak too much for myself.
I'll have a drink with dinner, or I'll have a drink with friends, but it doesn't go beyond. Even when my ex-husband was doing his band shows and we were at the whiskey and the Roxy and the Go-Go and all that crap, it was a 1 drink, because it was like, I'm going to have fun with everybody, and I don't want to, and believe me, I can milk 1 beer for about 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
like that if I'm out.
I'm one of those who I can literally, and I can also make it look like I got a new beer, because I will literally take the lime out and put a new lime in and keep going. And they'll be like, oh, you got another beer? Yep, got another beer. They're too drunk. Nobody knows. And then I'll switch to water and I'll start taking shots of water, and people will think I'm taking shots of alcohol, and then nobody asks me. November 18th, huh?
I can't do that because I always end up being the DD when we go in.
Where's your birthday book?
Hold on.
Thanks for having me on, Sako.
Yeah, no problem, Bonnie.
I'm
I
having
love
fun.
I love seeing you, and I'm glad you're having fun.
You know me, I always say too much.
Oh,
Wouldn't
it's all
be me
good.
if I didn't tell
There's
too
no such thing as too much.
Are you kidding me? I thought I so watched that video back, and I was like, walked all over their conversation.
No,
I was like,
silent.
I did not feel like I gave you or Christina a chance to talk, but I was also so nervous that I was just like, so.
Oh, good.
So birthday book on November 18th.
It naturally flips to my birthday, obviously, because I've read it.
Because you've flipped to that so many days.
Yep. So you're the day of temperament.
Mm.
Your strengths are your intuitive, your emotional, and your social. Your weaknesses are your needy, your moody, and your tempestuous. But you're a fixed Scorpio, so that totally makes sense why you'd be absolutely emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You're ruled by the number 9, so you've got Mars and Pluto ruling you, which explains why you obviously you can jump parallels in any situation. You can see both sides of any situation. Okay. Well, I could read the whole thing if you wanted me to.
Yeah, Nikki, how do you feel?
I'm gonna go off screen for a minute here.
Okay.
I'm just chilling. It's Friday night.
Why do you have to get a PS5?
I have to get a PS5 too.
Like
but
$1,000.
the problem is the availability. It's less about the price and more about just how available they are, and they are not available.
If you're really looking for it.
Hey, yeah, you.
I just say that because I don't know.
You want to know more about your
We all
birthday?
get what we really want. You know what I mean? If you work hard to find it or get it, you'll find it. Somebody's going to be selling it.
Well, one thing I can give you a piece of advice, my dear, regarding your birthday. Yeah, it's me. I'm so the type that can get also. Yes. Well, here's the thing, though. You got to stop acting so dignified when it comes to understanding other people's situations when it's you and somebody else.
Yeah.
You are very good at being able to see everybody else's situations when you're not in the situation. But when you're in the situation, you have a very hard time not trying to get people to come to your side. Is that true? Because you're older, you might be working on it more in your adulthood. But I can't see the chat, so I have no idea.
So this book can give you good and scary insight.
Well, it actually, what this book does is it pretty much tells you about you at all stages of your life. And then it gives you kind of advice as to, like, her meditation. The one thing, like, her focus that should be her main focus is all of life may be a fantasy. So be careful, be comfortable in the part of you, pick and play it well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically you need to be able to identify yourself and be able to pick and choose a side, but still allow other people to have their sides when it comes to being a part of your inner circle. Like, not everybody on your inner circle has to agree with you 100% of the time. And you actually don't want it that way, because oftentimes having that disagreement, that's what opens the conversation. That's what makes you maybe acknowledge other opinions, and it can actually change your viewpoint depending on your perspective with it. So,
oh no.
And the advice. Oh, I like your advice. Encounter yourself at a deep level. Go with the stream of life. Feel your way. Watch for signs. Don't doubt your intuitions, but be careful of your efforts on others. So it's basically what I said I didn't even read her advice. I actually just did a quick scan of her actual day. It's 2 pages of stuff.
I'm talking about I don't drink so much, but this damn strawberry gin with strawberry kiwi just feels like I'm just drinking Snapple with nice effects.
Yeah.
A chocolate martini gets me in trouble.
I know, but it's making me want more, and I'm already on my second.
Sako, what's your birthday?
May 15, 1982.
Are you still drinking, Sako, or you quit?
I am. I'm on number 5.
Okay, so you're ahead of me. I don't have to worry about surpassing you.
Yeah, you're 82. I'm 81. Can't believe I'm older than you.
Oh, hold on.
That makes me
mad. I do.
I can't believe I'm older than you.
Do that
both.
sometimes until someone says something that make the light bulb in my head turn on. Oh.
Sako, this is weird.
Okay.
It's the only page in my book that's creased.
Ooh.
And it's been creased for a while.
What's special about my birthday?
I don't know, but that's really weird that it just happens to be the one page in my book that's creased. No other pages are creased.
Do I see polygamy in your future? That's Charlotte gonna have a sister.
One can hope. One can hope.
Charlotte's gonna have a sister wife.
The day of the Dreamweavers.
I'm just
Dreamweavers.
Day of the Dreamweavers. Imaginative and naturally magnetic. Your weaknesses are you're frustrated, you're isolated, and you're passive.
Okay, so here's the thing. I tend to isolate in the winter and the fall.
That's not good.
And then in March, I want to bust out and do stuff.
Because you're a Taurus.
So
as soon as spring, as soon as that phallus sticks up, you're out.
Wait, you're May 18th?
15th.
15th. Okay.
And she's a fixed Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, your tarot card is the devil.
Yeah, ain't that the goddamn truth?
And your ruling number is 6.
My number is 4.
That's your soul number. Your ruling number is 6.
Mm-hmm.
It tends to be it gives you, what does it mean? Your ruling number is kind of what people are attracted to about you. So you tend to be charismatic and inspire worship from others. Your energy is an attention. And with you have Mars and Venus.
Yeah, I do.
You. So, which explains why you're in equal balance in the
I try to be.
energy.
I try to be.
You naturally are, but that's also why you had to find the partner that you found. Mm-hmm. Because a man's man wasn't like a truly man's man. It was not going to work for you because, no, you needed dude. What's his birthday? What's your husband's birthday?
December 20th.
20th?
Uh-huh.
So he's right on the cusp of Scorpio.
And he is super Sagittarian.
Except when it comes to you.
Yeah, maybe.
When it comes to the relation, he is a freaking Scorpio. There's no way it would work.
He is extremely manipulative, but in good ways.
Scorpio. We tend to
manipulate. That's the Scorpio. That's like
we tend to manipulate our partners to better themselves.
I hate when even being manipulated for something good because I see it as manipulation. I see it I'm like, because even though you're trying to do something good, you're using this for manipulation, and I'm not having none of it.
I was wrong. He's a Sagittarian Capricorn.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm in a mood.
Yeah, you need to stop being the problem solver, Nikki. Part of a lot of the negative energy that you're fighting in life is due to you taking on other people's problems and burdens as your own because you're trying to be the problem fixer. Sometimes you can still be the person that people can talk to without being the one to carry the weight of their problem, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You don't have to carry their burden for them, but you can be there for them to cry on, if that makes sense. So your husband is quick, impulsive, and productive, which is the complete opposite of your frustrated, isolated, and passive.
Well, trying.
His weaknesses are hasty, all-knowing, and combative.
Sometimes. Well, it's not that he's trying to be combative.
He stands his ground.
It could easily come across that way, but I don't perceive it as such.
It's not so much that he's combative, it's that he's firm in his positioning and things.
Oh, absolutely.
So when he states a point, it sounds more like an order and a versus a conversation.
I have no problem with that.
That would
be but other people do.
Other people would totally have a problem with that.
That's why you're
me to budge an inch.
But that's why your passive works, because you're so passive that you're able to take that hit and take it as okay.
He wants me to clean the cat box.
Okay. Yeah, and he's like, see, and I'm the same way. Like when something will happen with Jen, and I'll be like, "Why is that like that?" And she'll be like, "Don't yell at me like that." And I'm like, "I'm not yelling. I'm passionate about the situation, and I can come off combative." But she's learned to.
Greg has learned how to talk to me in such a way to actually get things done.
I have a rule for that. Don't mention something needs to be done unless you're going to be the one to do it.
Oh.
Because I do everything around this house. And if you dare mention one thing that needs to be done, you better damn well be prepared to go do it. That you had the nerve to say something to me after I've done everything.
For real.
I will get to it when I get to it. You got the nerve? You're going to say something? You better damn well be. You want to say something about cat litter? You better damn well be in the process of dumping it if you got to say something to me. Because I do everything all the time. So I think it's perspective and where you come from because...
Well, I do... See, it's more...
I am not a pushover
by any means. On that because I do everything.
That I am
but if I'm finding that I'm doing everything, I'll be like, can you do this? Like, I've done this, and that.
I don't ask anybody else to do anything like that. You know what I
Like,
mean?
I'm not like, it's not like I sit on the couch and I'm like, do the dishes. I'm going to sit here and play on my computer. No,
but I do both of those, so nobody better say nothing to me because I keep everything running around here. So,
but I am one of those that'll be like, can you go ahead and grab that for me and take care of that for me and see if this, like, I'll go to my wife all the time and be like, hey babe, why don't you call this number and see if they'll take care of the car in the front of the yard?
Mm-hmm.
And she'll be like,
I wouldn't do that. I would just expect the other to deal with that because they like to talk to people more. So he's a better salesman. So I don't touch that stuff because I just feel like, what's the price I'll pay? You know what I mean? I don't know.
No, there's just certain things that
I might have to leave soon. I'm getting a little tipsy and I'm just I'm enjoying the
It is okay if you're tipsy.
It's okay.
I always
when's your birthday?
But you always speak
my
wisdom.
birthday is April 25th.
Her and I are supposed to be.
I'm being naughty, so that's why I like the camera off. It's Friday, bitches.
You're like, I need to smoke and do the things.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta get I'll be right back.
April what?
25th.
Turned right to it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's the day of physical substance.
And she leaves us to pertain to physical substance.
Well, her and I share the same tarot card and the same number, 7. She's vigorous, steadfast, and dynamic. Her weaknesses are she's unaccepting, unforgiving, and overbearing.
You should meet my other half way more.
Ooh!
Damn, honey.
Or you just met your match.
I don't know. He's a Gemini, so.
Oh, he's all over the place.
I've got a Gemini rising.
He's the 12th of.
I have a Gemini Mercury.
Your meditation, Bonnie. Your meditation. Your advice. Will the impossible accept the inevitable?
Hope for the best, expect the worst. Hope for the best.
Can't make happen. Even
I can make anything happen. I've already made everything I want happen so far.
Yeah, but that's because you.
So much so that I have to create a new bucket list.
Well, the hard part about this is oftentimes your meditation comes at the later life. So you might be spending your whole life attaining what you want, and then meet. No,
I'm pretty content where I am, but to be matched
you
with
really are unaccepting.
Where they are.
You really are unaccepting.
I'm very content where I am in life, but I'm, when some people are more driven that. Like my husband is a Gemini. He'll never be enough. You know what I mean? He enjoys doing what he does.
That's not what I mean.
I'm very content.
I'm talking about the fact that you've been able to attain everything you've put your mind to so far. And when that time comes, when you are not able to make it happen, you are going to lose it.
Probably.
Yeah. You have to be that's what this meditation is about.
You know what? That doesn't scare me because I've lost everything so many times in my life that it doesn't scare me one bit to think of losing everything.
It's not that. That's not what
I think I would walk away and leave everything. So
that's not what we're talking about.
All right.
This is something that you would want, whether it's physical, metaphysical, or mental, emotional. There's something eventually that you're going to come up against that you cannot attain, no matter how much knowledge.
I think I'm there.
That'll be the day when you.
I think you're right, and you know what? Sometimes it takes people longer than others to come to terms with reality.
Well, most people don't learn this ultimate karmic lesson until literally the last stages of life.
Well, you know what?
That's why
maybe it'll come around again. Maybe I'll have to learn the lesson more than once. I think I have tried to learn the lesson more than once. I'm hoping this time succeeds. Sorry, I got jokes, but I'm drinking and I'm thinking about things, so I'm getting a little emotional. But some of that shit hit home.
Sorry, I know, and
no, don't be sorry because
you're not one that is. No, it's okay. I have a lot of clients where I tell them
gives me more perspective. You know what I mean?
I'm not the hallmarky, give you bullshit, tell you lies, tell you what you want to hear type psychic. I'm the one who's going to tell you what you don't want to hear, what your angels want you to hear, whether you like it or not. And I literally was called an ugly bitch yesterday by one of my clients. I had to screenshot it and send it to my boss because I literally got called an ugly bitch. And it's because I was trying to tell her that because of the fact that she wants a relationship just to be in a relationship was the reason she wanted a relationship.
Yeah.
She needed to reevaluate why she wanted a relationship. She just told me I was a fucking bitch. And then the next time she came around, she told me she's like, I just want you to know you're an ugly bitch. And I was like, no, I'm not. You're gonna hate. I told you the truth and you didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
I've had plenty of people go off on me, but I've also had some people go off on me and then come back to me a month later and go, you know what? You were right. I'm sorry. Can you please read for me again? And I'm going, of course. I'm more than happy to read for you again. And sometimes I'm like, I'm sorry. Right. That sucks. Well,
You're so nice.
We can get you through this.
Nice. I feel this in relation to like cutting hair. I remember when I very first started cutting hair, and I worked at this one place for 7 years. And the very first day, my very first haircut as a professional stylist, I got this guy wanted a fade. I mean, I was brand new at this and I was taking a long time. He goes, can I get somebody else? This is taking so long.
Oh, I hate that.
But I was new. So he would come in. I wouldn't take him. I'd skip over him because you would just take the next client. And one day it was only me and one other girl working. And he's like, well, you can cut my hair. I looked at him. I said, no, I can't. He goes, why won't you cut my hair? I said, because you know what? On my very first day, my very first haircut, you made me feel like shit. You wait in line for her. I'm not as nice as you. I held that grudge for so long. And I'm like, no, bitch, now that I'm booked up and I know what I'm doing, I got this down and my stuff's crisp. You want me to cut your hair? No,
if
no,
you had come back and been like, you know what? I'm really sorry.
Sit over there and wait because I'm not doing it. Disrespect.
Honestly, if he had come back to you and been like, I'm sorry, I was an ass.
No, I'd be like, fuck you, bitch. You fucked me up on my first day. I'd be like,
a little bit nicer.
My first haircut, my first day as a professional stylist. I'll never forget your fucking ass, bitch.
Well, my first day as a professional psychic, somebody told me I
never forgot his face. Every time he came in there, I saw him. I was like,
Yeah, it happens to everybody. My first day, my first day as a psychic, I think it was my second or third read. The lady came in and she was just like, you're full of shit. You're all full of shit. All of you psychics are full of shit. And I was
well, that's on her. That's not on you.
No, the crazy thing is my site's not free. You pay a monthly membership to be on our site. So it's like, who are you? And so you have some people that literally are just out to hate, but no,
everybody I get along with though. You know what I mean? Like I'm usually nice to everyone, but soon as people throw disrespect, I'm like, oh, vibe change.
Sako's in bed.
I love it.
I'm always in bed. I'm always in bed. I just have to be laying down in it right now.
Okay.
I'm wondering, why the fuck would you go to a psychic if you don't believe in psychics?
Right.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I even have people come in and tell me that I'm full of shit and that I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, then why are you here?
Then why are you here?
I either way. So for me, it's kind of like,
oh, you got a tarot
coloring book. I started a new picture.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's the Empress.
I figure if Sako's going to be in bed, I might as well.
Or the Queen of Wands.
This is my color therapy.
Aw.
That's amazing,
Yeah,
Arnie.
and I
Cool. And it's the old deck, huh? Yep. It's the original Arcanon deck.
This is
It.
this is
This
this is
color,
my living
color
room.
therapy.
Sako has the capacity to make a bed anywhere.
I
Yeah.
color these while I watch streams sometimes late.
God, what do I just sit with my bong in my lap and watch late streams. I either am working on my book or I'm just sitting relaxing. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
And it's dark, so I'm gonna be able to go smoke a cigarette soon.
Yay!
That's how I figure
I
if
got
I'm
the
gonna
back door of the basement open, so I'm a-okay down here. Nobody else is down here.
well, I figure if I'm gonna smoke both substances, cigarettes and weed, one should be during the day and the other one should probably be And not only that, but I didn't start smoking cigarettes until I went to rehab, and you couldn't smoke weed in rehab. So I started, because I was in recovery, this was right after my suicide. I needed something, and it started literally with just a hit from the cigarette to after therapy. I mean, we literally did therapy every hour on the hour for 8 hours a day.
Oh my God,
Except
I'm sorry.
No, it was good. Believe me, Aurora was a huge contribution to my recovery and who I am. If it wasn't for those nurses and the doctors there, they were incredible. But
I've never done anything like that.
Huh?
I've never been involved in anything like that.
I was in for 3 months. I was in Aurora for 3 months, and then I was in a COS and DBT class for 6 months. And then I was in a continued recovery program. But was after my suicide. I had died. So
yeah, I heard that story on Savvy and RK Morning Guru. So
I had to rewatch that because I was not even existent when I was telling the story. Because my head goes back, because I can cross over too easily. So my head literally goes back to where I was at the time. So I had
those with near-death experiences are more likely to have out-of-body experiences.
If you've ever died, you can now astral project naturally.
Naturally. It's just easier for you to do because your brain is already at that frequency.
It's more along the lines of the soul has already disconnected from the body. Once it's done it and come back, it's like riding a bike. Once you've ridden a bike and you get off of it, getting back on it, it's the same. It just learning how to control the bike and balance on it becomes the problem. So yeah, but most people that have crossed over can astral project. You astral project, I know that.
I do.
I know.
And I use a world tree as my map.
Okay. I'm gonna we're gonna close the door on that and we're gonna move on.
We could talk about that in another
like
maybe off screen or something.
I got some questions for you now. Anyway. But yeah, most people that I've known, even when I was in therapy, when I was at the hospital, because of my circumstances and because of who my parents were and the life I lived, they found that my therapy was very similar to those that were in military, that were going through PTSD type situations.
Yeah.
So I found out from them that even some of them were having problems returning to the location and walking through the location. And they'd be like, I'm not dreaming, but I'm not awake. And it's freaking me the hell out. And I'm like, it's because your soul was traumatized there and it keeps returning to where it was. And I was just like, what you need to do. Cause like one guy, he said I helped him because he was like, I don't know what to do. And I said, well, do you end it before the dream ends or the vision ends? And he was like, well, yeah. And I was like, let it go. Let the vision continue. I said, your brain is probably trying to cycle something to put it away. And this is the only way it's able to get through the trauma. And the next time I saw him, he gave me a big old hug, and he's like, he just patted me on the back, and he's like, you know what you did. And I was just like, okay. But also being at that hospital, part of that is what started making me realize that maybe there was something to me being able to understand people. Because I was able to work with people in therapy sessions the way the doctors couldn't. And I was able to get people to talk that had never talked before. And it was kind of weird because by the time I left the hospital, every single patient was throwing their phone number at me, wanting me to stay connected to them after I left. Even the ones that left before me were like, I had several come back and actually visit me.
Oh, wow.
And if you've ever been in that kind of place, the last thing you usually do there is make friends. But I even was to the point that there was.
I disagree. I feel like the people that I met in the hospital were, even if I never see them again, I still feel like a kinship.
Yes, but the nurses, if you remember, the nurses and doctors are very much about you not making any personal relationships while you're there. And it wasn't on purpose that it happened. It was just, it even got to the point where the nurses were short-staffed. And there was one girl that was fighting an eating disorder, and she couldn't be left alone. And they ended up having me when no other patients were allowed in any other patient's room. They had me go in and sit with her. I don't know why, but the staff almost saw me as a little bit different than just a normal patient. And I worked with that in so many different ways. And that's also kind of why doing what I do now, I thought back to all those times in the hospital when I was talking to these people, and I was, they were telling me how I was able to help them. And I was like, well, maybe there's something to this. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing this. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just do what I do.
So what about ghosts?
What about them? I see them everywhere. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you ever
favorite
alone, think again.
Yeah. My favorite story is when I was in college, and I took a photo in an apartment where there had been a fire, and a young boy had been killed in the fire.
Yeah.
And
I actually call that a residual.
And I took a photo of the closet, and my friend was standing in the closet. I took a picture of my friend. And in the photo, there was a fire in the closet, even though the light was out.
He started it.
And
was the fire started in the bottom of the closet?
I assume so.
Because that's what I saw, is him playing with a lighter.
I can only
catching on a piece of clothing. And it literally just blowing up from there. And he was crouched down. He wasn't supposed to be playing. It was his parents smoked cigarettes, and he wasn't supposed to be playing with the lighter. I wonder if he was trying to smoke a cigarette. Sorry.
No, I wonder similar things.
No, well, that's just what I see, is like I see the picture, I see your friend, I see the closet, but then I see the closet kind of all blackened, and then down in the corner kind of by her feet, which would be like the door opens this way, and this was kind of like tucked, like the door opens this way and down here, and he was in this corner. Is that the way it was?
Yeah.
How would I know that? I've never seen that picture. God, this stuff kind of freaks me out still.
The flames were in the upper part, but that's to be expected.
That's because from what I see, the clothes ignited.
That's to be expected, right?
Well, I think the picture was his soul looking at the outside perspective of what he saw from the inside of the closet. So he saw the fire up because it caught the clothes and he was sitting. But you got what his soul was seeing. His soul put the impression of what it saw on the outside. It's kind of, did I explain that right? I explained it better the first time.
Raven says that they never saw a ghost. So they did see something when he was a child, but it was one of those kind of memories that is burned into your brain that as much of your rational mind says you must have imagined it.
Shadows, they often appear as shadows. A lot. You'd be surprised. To tell you the truth, most people in the world have seen a ghost or a shadow figure. Their minds choose to come up with a reality excuse for it. Like, I have learned to actually test shadows, judge where the light angle is coming from, figure out how the shadow is, why it would be that big. Like, if I question a shadow, I will literally test the shadow. Because there is basic physics to shadows. There's a lot of stuff that can be debunked. But when you get up and you put your hand in a way that you're expecting there to be an object in the way because of the way the shadow is reflecting on the wall compared to other objects, and the object moves before your hand gets to it, but you know there's nothing in front of you, nothing in the present area that moved, that's when I know. That's when I have confirmation. And when the shadow naturally gets darker all of a sudden in one area across real quick, also very strange to me. It was
Sorry. Here we go.
It's like Clovodian creature that looked like a demonic version of Governor from Sesame Street. One huge googling eye. That's an SCP, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be surprised how many SCPs are actually real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What? No.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, rest of the world that's sitting there talking with us. How many people are in here?
4. Currently, only a mere 4.
A mere 4.
We're on YouTube, though.
I'm kind of laughing because usually when I start talking about SCPs, my room flood, like, just even at work, people be like,
we're on YouTube, though.
And I'm out. SCPs, what?
And I have nothing I want to share.
Yeah.
I'm
going to respect your privacy and not even touch it.
Yeah. So. And I'm more of someone who scries and does meditation through scrying and different elements. And so even experiencing things outside of that, I keep those personal because sometimes there's emotional attachments to that, and
scare the living shit out of you.
People don't believe what's real anyways, so there's no point. So,
believe me, when I was
maybe I would share in a more intimate setting because I have like so many things flooding through my head right now. But
when I was living on the street, they didn't believe me. And then they started fucking with them. And then they all came running.
We're all naive in our own ways. And, what do they say? Ignorance is bliss.
And it is true. It is absolutely 100% true. Because the moment that you acknowledge them, they are able to acknowledge you.
The moment you start really,
Fortunately, from what I understand, it doesn't work in the sense that where it's God and the devil. Like, you may not believe in the devil, but the devil still believes in you.
Well, I don't see the devil and I don't see God, but I see some things.
But SCPs,
who knows? It could be either or hiding, right?
SCPs actually do work off of the metaphysical properties and energies that our brainwaves are able to expel. Well, some of them. God, there's too fucking many.
My brain is just going like a mile a minute right now.
Well, let's just say.
So
I got a little curious.
A very interesting talk tonight.
I got a little curious because
I don't know how we got from fanfics to here, but I'm here for it.
Here for it. It's a Sacco after party. Of course, there's going to be metaphysical shit.
So I decided to go through the SCP website, and I decided to match up anything from my dreams that I have. These are all ones I remember. I think I have 15 or 20 pages total.
Mhm.
And it creeped me out because some of the stuff that I've never told anybody except for my wife. And I, just thought they were my dreams. Found the SCP, grabbed my wife and went, and she's going, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm going, what the fuck? So I've had a lot of what the fuck moments.
Sorry, I was holding a kitty a minute ago.
Yay, kitty!
In regards to the stuff.
Let's
Let's just
going to somebody else. So
let's just say crossing over isn't necessarily an experience I ever suggest I wish for anybody. Unless you stay on the other side. I don't, or you come back with not having the full sight that I do. Because I am not normal in the clinical sense. I am crazy, but what am I going to do? Like there's too many things, too many times, and too many people that I read for where I'm right about things. And I don't know what to do. So I just roll with it. Every time I question it, I get proven that I'm otherwise. So at this point, it's just rolling with the punches.
Sako, are you gonna function for your art stream? You gonna take a little break in between?
She looks like she's about to fall asleep.
I
No,
know.
I'm totally not. I'm about to get another drink.
She's like, no, I'm totally not. Actually, I'm about to get another drink.
I'm gonna get another drink.
It's only 8 o'clock.
It's
Right.
only 8 o'clock,
Sorry,
and
not
my
this-
thing starts at 10:30, right? So
It's only 7. What are you
For
talking about?
you.
it's 8 o'clock where I am.
It's 7 o'clock for me. 6:58. 6:58.
7:50.
It is 7:58 here.
So y'all are just on the other. If I went literally, I think it's 20 minutes west or east, I'd be
East.
in my zone.
East.
East, yeah. If I went 20 minutes,
Hi.
east, I'd be
Oh,
in
sorry,
Toronto.
I have all this delicious Indian in my fridge.
Indian what?
Indian food.
I can't do spice.
Oh my god. I got the hot shrimp korma basically.
I was born in Southern California. You think we have flavor in our food? Come on.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
I don't do seafood. I don't do spicy food. I just started eating Chinese food and that kind of food recently.
Oh my gosh, my ex-boyfriend told me the night he died. Hold on, let me try this again.
My ex-boyfriend told me he died the night he died. I saw my aunt after she died when I was little. I saw my grandpa shortly after he died too. Yeah, I saw my grandmother right after she died. Most family members, if you're connected to them, do come and visit you. They have permission before they go and before they cross over to visit family members.
Yeah.
And then they get to go up, stand in line, go see God, according to how
Depending on your paradigm.
exactly. But depending on your beliefs, because I don't want to force my beliefs or my whatever on it.
My paradigm is very different from your paradigm.
I'm sure. Well, most people's is. And that's why I am very open to hearing other people's paradigms, because not everybody's is the same. And one psychologist straight up told me that it does have a lot to, which I fully believe because it is in your mind. It does take correlations from events and familiarities in your life in order to piece together something that makes sense. And honestly, if God's going to see you at the end of your life, yeah, I could see why he would pull information from your own brain to create a world that you'd be familiar with. Or whoever you're seeing at the end of whatever happens on the other side, I could see how they would pull from your own consciousness to create familiarity. Does that make sense?
I'm sure it does, but I'm wondering how that equates to people blaming Nikki for her ex-boyfriend's death.
Because I don't know. Maybe because they thought that you should have prevented it when he told you he was gonna die.
Ouch.
I don't know. I kind of don't understand the question, because if he called her the night that he died.
Raven hit a trigger word for me.
Uh-oh.
Edible.
Edible.
I can't. How is she seeing the chat? I can't. Oh, what the hell? This whole freaking time, yeah. Okay.
I've only tried Indian food once, and while I didn't hate it, my body decided it wasn't food. Something about the flavor palette didn't vibe entirely with my sense of this is edible. Asian food universally makes me sick. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. No, his spirit came to me and told me he died.
Okay. Then why would that? Then I don't understand how they'd be blaming you for his death unless there was something else going on.
I don't know what's going on.
If she's asking me to tell her what happened.
I don't know what's going on either, Sako.
Neither do I.
Please inform me.
Yeah.
We're having a conversation. I had Asian food. I've tried Asian food. One of my mom's friends, actually student/friend, they invited us over to their house, and they made authentic Indian food. All I remember is my mouth burning all night.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Indian hot is really fucking hot.
I ended up with welts on the insides of my cheeks.
Indian hot is really fucking hot.
It sucked.
Yeah.
It was curry. I think it was. Yeah. And the smell of curry coming in the room. Ooh, do my cards, Sako. Nobody does my cards.
I would love to do your cards.
Nobody ever.
Always the reader, never the read, huh?
Yeah. Nobody ever reads me. And I would love to be read. Please read me.
I would love to read you, Kibi. I would love to read you.
It's kind of funny being on this side. Please read me.
Please. You want a 3-card reading or a 1-card reading?
Do a 3-card.
Okay. All right. So what I do is I spread the cards out, and then here, let me see if I can show you these. Okay, and then I spread them around. So I get like reverses, and I mix them up real good, and I get these guys all set up. I throw reversed as well as. So you got the Queen of Swords reversed. You got the Hierophant. And you got the Lovers reversed. Ooh.
That's not good.
So there's this level of freedom that comes with making decisions. And that might make you seem cruel to some people, but honestly, you do what you need to. And
wow,
the Hierophant has presence, and the Ace of Swords inverted, which means you might have started a project that kind of failed. But having the balance to handle that failure, if you want to consider that a failure, I don't know. I consider failure as a chance to learn.
It is a failure. It's not an ultimate I know what it is. It's not a failure, but it feels like a failure.
Yeah. So
it's low.
if you
It's a blow to the ego.
It's a blow to the ego. So, but you have the grace to like handle that in such a way that is, I mean, not becoming of you.
I'm able to dust myself off and pick myself up gracefully.
Now, your introspective journey has something to do with lying to yourself, but finding that
Okay.
that that three of coins, that artisan's card with working with yourself is not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe you have a dependency on someone who is close in your life, but it's not necessarily a bad thing.
No. That's exactly it. Yeah. I depend on Jen immensely to keep me level. Like if something pisses me off, I can go to her and vent, and she doesn't take it as me yelling at her. She knows that I'm just venting, and she's able to just let me deal. That's crazy.
All right. See you later, Raven. We love you, darling.
Oh God, have a good night at work. Oh,
yeah. So,
but no, that's correct, because we moved to Tennessee to launch the business. But when we got here, things were not as they seemed, and it was a huge blow to us. But I have been really trying to take it in stride and literally just making lemonade out of lemons. And
that's kind of what I'm seeing.
Yep,
and also kind of like bucking into tradition.
Kind of what?
Bucking into tradition or community, however you wanted to look at it.
Family. It's more not having to separate from the family to get the business taken care of. And having to let her take care of the family while I kind of step away from the family to stabilize the business. Because that's the whole plan. Is like I'm looking at having to move to LA for a little while to establish the business side of things, and then move back to Tennessee. But she has to stay here for the family, for her mom and everything that's here. But we started our relationship long distance. So to us, it's not anything new. Then our relationship is strong enough where we're not worried about that. But I do rely on her a lot right now because I'm not 100% happy with everything that's going on.
Of course not.
Yeah. Like things are not like we're supposed to be able to launch a lot of things by now. And literally it's been one blow out. We've probably taken about 15 to 20 blows in the last month.
Okay. So I don't think that's her problem. I think that's your problem.
It's mine. Oh no, it is 100% my problem. I know that.
And you can find that through work.
And that's what I'm doing.
Distracting yourself through work is freeing.
That's what I'm doing.
Having the choice to dive off of the cliff yourself or take someone with you is something to consider. Relying on community and having a project that kind of failed, but having the grace to kind of handle that.
Yep.
And how do I put this? The path on yourself, like the relationship with yourself. There has been like this closed off feeling.
I always thought I was a failure. I never put trust in the fact that I could ever actually do anything I put my mind to.
So I think the more
I've been proving myself wrong, literally diving into work and taking care of things for the last month.
So diving into work is totally the best thing you could probably do in this situation.
Yeah.
But you also relying on your wife is also not a terrible thing.
That's
Especially if she has to support you while you kind of like figure shit out.
it's emotionally support me, yeah. Because I'm not happy. I'm very OCD. Extremely OCD. I was raised in the city. I can't necessarily handle country living that well. The bugs, the dirt, I'm doing the best I can, but not being able to go outside and walk in the grass without my legs itching all the way up. You know, like, yeah, I hate to say it, but I've come to realize that I am very spoiled. I am very spoiled, and there's a certain type of living environment I have grown accustomed to, but that type of living environment stability is also what maintains my mental stability, which allows me to do what I need to do. And right now, the living environment is not ideal for me. So I've been relying a lot on her to handle the emotional stability part that normally my living environment provides me.
Not to like throw off, but do you feel like in the back of your head, maybe subconsciously, you're thinking that drawn to that environment because that's the environment you had all those issues occur in before you went to therapy and stuff?
What do you mean?
How you said you were in that facility, right, with other people?
No, my parents
were environment when you were doing.
My mother and father were OCD. No, go ahead.
Do you think that because you're in a different environment now, do you think something in the back of your head pulls you towards that because of that old addiction to that kind of environment, like the more?
Well, I didn't see anything about addiction, right? I didn't see anything about
maybe I'm lost. I remember you were talking about the girls in the place that you were at.
That's because I committed suicide and I died.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm drinking.
It's okay.
I don't know. I know somebody else who went to a facility for.
No, most people in the facility are there for alcohol, drug recovery, but no.
I have a friend.
I went in because I was a suicide.
Yeah. There's 3 different kinds. There's alcoholics, there's drugs, and there's suicides.
I have a friend who lost her kids, lost everything because of heroin use. And
that's tragic.
Yeah, addiction
is one of those facilities, and now she lives in a country environment. But anytime I talk to her on the phone just to see how she's doing, she always thinks, "Oh, I wish I could move back to the city." And I feel like she's so fresh out of that she just wants to be back where access or the friends that she had, but those people were the people that helped pull her through that. So I think I'm thinking about somebody else, but it's triggering me when the conversation. So
no, I meant it more like.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Oh no, it's okay. Southern way of living. I grew up with a mother who, even to this day, she cleans the house, including the walls from top to bottom, every week. Every week.
Can I hire her?
I grew up in a house that literally looked like a model home. I had white carpeting growing up that never got dirty, even with 2 dogs.
I'll pay her. I need some.
No, it's hell. It's hell because I cannot handle living with roommates. I felt bad for my roommates because I can't live. Even right now, look, I'll show you guys my room. And here's this will give you a hint. I am utterly this. I've had to work through therapy to be able to show people this kind of thing because I grew up in a house where nobody saw this. So that is an absolute mess right now. Absolute. I cannot stand that right now. The way my room is right now, I can't do, literally once I get off of talking with you guys, I'll be cleaning my room before I go to bed.
You don't want to see the pile of laundry I have to clean.
It's because of my mother. It's because I grew up in an environment that was so sterile that I even have to wear earplugs and eye coverings in order to sleep because she kept it pitch dark and quiet. It sucks. So moving to an environment where it's not absolutely pristine, I'm hypersensitive. I evidently have very sensitive skin. I never had this problem before. I can't handle my feet itching.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't, like, I've never had allergies before. I've never had dust before. Like, and it's because I was raised in an environment, and it's not fair to anybody else, but it's also not fair to me. Like, I don't expect anybody to keep their environment that perfect just because but I also can't live like it. And that's why I'm leaning a lot on my wife, and that's another reason why going to LA, my friend is like, it's just everything is working out because I'll be able to go to an environment that I'm more comfortable with while helping a friend launch her business, while helping me launch my business. And then her and I can work together to make enough money that when I come back here in a couple months, we can buy a year, we can buy our own house. And then we can come back and move into our own house with our own, and have it our way. But she can't come with me because her mom needs her right now. And she's got her nephews and everything else here. And so I would never expect her to drop everything like that. But she also knows that me living here is not the best for me. So it's exactly as Sako read it. It's exactly as she read it. Because we had no idea that I was going to be like this until we got here. Because I've always kept my house pristine as well. I never realized how anal retentive I am in regards to OCD and clinging until living in somebody else's house where I don't have control over, keeping the house maintained. So it's one of those things where, we had big plans. We spent all our money to move cross country. We both took blows, and then her mom got sick too. So yeah. So like I said, literally since we moved, it's been blow after blow after blow after blow. And it's just like, yeah. So, but look, I've been diving into my book. That's how I found your channel, was the rights. As I was like, I've got to focus on something else. Give me my book. Started working on my book, found Sako's Writing Sprint channels, found Savvy's Morning Guru channel, started getting into that. And that actually pushed me even more because we put the whole YouTube channel on hold. Like, because we couldn't get the studio built because we took such a hit from the move financially, I was like, well, we're just going to have to put off the launch. But after talking to you, after talking to Savvy, after talking to a couple people, I'm now, I'm also a moderator for Emily D. Baker's channel, and I've been a huge fan of hers for over a year. I mean, I love that. I absolutely love that woman.
Emily Baker's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, but she doesn't give legal advice, but there's a lot of situations that she goes over that I'm able to see my clients going through and relate the two. But anyway, so diving into work, meeting Savvy, meeting Sako, doing this kind of stuff, it's literally pushing me to launch the channel. And it's like, I really hope that you bestow your wisdom upon the populace sooner rather than later. Well, that's what my wife said the same thing. She's like, babe, you've got to do it. So if I can help with that, like, initial talk about mental health and all of that jazz, like, I'd love to help. Actually, that would be awesome, because I actually am planning a video that I'm titling it, I want to start a conversation. Can we start calling it mental difference instead of mental illness? That's what I call these cards, is starting a conversation. Yeah. They are not sacred. They are not, I mean, I made these cards. I can do whatever the fuck I want to them. Well, and that's how I work too, is like when I get messages from my clients, I don't take it as black and white. I'll ask questions and be like, okay, this is what they're telling me. Now you tell me what's going on, because I can kind of see it, but maybe we can figure it. Let's start a conversation here. And maybe through the conversation, we can figure out, because I always tell my clients, I have telepathy, so I can see your mind. I can talk to your angels, so I can see their side, but I can also see down your lifeline, so I can see where you are. And then from there, I create a trifecta where I see, I see where you want to be, I see where your angels want to be, and then I guide you accordingly. Because of free will, necessarily the way our angels want us to get to our next destination isn't necessarily the way we want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to compromise. There's a compromise in there. Your angels honestly don't care how you get there, as long as you get there and learn the lessons that you need to on the way. Whether you want to free will it and go the hard way, or you want to listen to them and go the short way, that's on you. So that's how I do it. And I'll tell my clients, if you want to work the hard way, I'll work with you through the hard way. If you want to take the long road, I'm with you for the long ride. I'll be with you on the way out, but don't be surprised at the end of it when I'm telling you, you could have gone a shorter way than this.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been easier. And I have some clients who come back to me and go, okay, we tried it the hard way. What's the easy way again? And I'm going, all right, let's look. But no, starting a conversation, changing, because I grew up where if people had stopped telling me, oh, you've got this illness, you're mentally ill, I probably wouldn't have the negative effect on myself of never being able to be normal that I did growing up. But if you told me that
you've also had OBEs, right? And NDEs. So you've had near-death experiences, and you've had out-of-body experiences.
Oh yeah.
And like, to have a near-death experience on top, that makes it easier for you to have out-of-body experiences, and that makes it even easier for you to have like astral projection sort of experiences and all of that. Really,
the best way I'm able to explain it is, how most people have to connect to the other side?
I guess.
Like when psychics go to read, you kind of have to feel for the other side and connect to the other side.
Okay.
I've noticed people that have crossed over, we don't have to connect. We're already connected.
We're already connected.
We're permanently, we're pretty much permanently hardwired to it, because we've crossed over and come back. So you have a different perception. Then it's a lot easier to do things, because you don't have to, it's almost like most people that try to use their intuition have to open their third eye. Ours doesn't even have an eyelid anymore. Like, it's just stuck with it.
Yeah, I got you. Are you making another drink, Bonnie?
I need one.
Sleep. Aren't you supposed to be on a writing thing right now?
Who?
Sako. A drawing thing or something?
Not for another 2 hours.
I was
Oh.
gonna say no. I'm
Which
usually
Fridays?
stream it like a watch party, and I just usually watch movies on Twitch on Fridays, so this is way more fun. Well, some people in the community are a lot of fun, but I only do that once a week usually.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah,
for
I
you.
got you.
Just for myself.
I have a date night tonight, but he has a
Me too.
meeting. He has a meeting.
I'm having a great date with a strawberry kiwi.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
I have to finish removing my nails. Then I'll be ready when I get a car again. Whenever that's going to be.
I don't want my nails done. I miss that is
I'm
one
so
thing
mad I
do.
haven't had a car all week, and I broke one. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm going to have to get a new set. So now I'm going to take them off and get a fresh set.
There's something about like girly girls and just having your nail. Like, what is it about just having your nails done? I don't know. I love having my nails done. I love being able to see pretty
I
nails.
always
on
do like
YouTube.
the white tips. So
That's how I haven't gotten my nails done forever and I hate it because I miss it. But why do hands look so pretty with your nails done?
I think it's just a reason to leave the house. For
Me, I
have someone do.
Have something to do. Not me. Mine actually, I remember specifically telling my ex-husband that I liked getting my nails done because when I was driving and I had to see my hand in my eye line, at least my nails looked pretty. It's like if I have to stare at my hand and my eyesight, at least they're going to be pretty. And he agreed though. I don't know. There's just a confidence. Hello,
Hi, little one.
it's a little rosebud. Little rose, little buddies. Well, little girls I call roses and little boys I call buds.
Oh, I see.
I don't know why.
So Rosebud would be a non-binary.
Yeah. And that's why on my channel I put hello rosebuds.
Oh, that's
So it's
adorable.
non-binary because I call girls roses and boys buds.
Mm-hmm.
My middle name's Rose.
Had to make the kids switch from the Mac upstairs and the TV with the, you know, all the video games and stuff. So they're close in age. And so I have to tell them, okay, you switch now.
Time's up. Time to switch.
It's Friday. So like I let them stay up late as they can on Friday. That way they don't get up early in the morning.
Oh, that didn't matter for me. My mom hated that. It didn't matter what time I went to bed. I was up literally at 6 a.m.
Yeah, not my kids.
Didn't matter. As soon as the sun was up, I was up.
My son might. He's very into Fortnite. He's on playing video games constantly. So
Savi's just chilling.
Savi's just chilling.
Or Sako. Why did I say Savi?
Because you're so used to her.
you got Savvy. You know Savvy.
You know Savvy. Ah.
I love Savi.
It's because Savvy's making games.
Savi's married. And I'm married. So
I know. That's why I'm teasing.
and she's no offense, but I'm 5'11". I kind of have to I kind of need a girl that's tall.
Oh, I wasn't saying like that. I just meant
Savvy is not tall.
I didn't mean romantically. I just meant you love Savvy.
Well, see, me with
I love Savvy too.
when it comes to love, like that, yeah. Love to me is
love.
a romantic love.
It's social media love.
Like if I say I love somebody, it's my wife. Like it's my wife or my mom or I don't know. It's always. I think that's because in my family, like saying I love you was not very common.
Oh my gosh, I've been at this for almost 3 hours.
Yeah,
holy shit.
So saying I love you was
whenever you shut down or tell me bye.
I was saying, yeah, turn me off whenever you want to shut it down.
It's 8:30 and we're coming up on 3 hours.
So that's Savi's way of letting us know that she's about to end.
Sako.
My God.
And I'm drinking over here, not you.
I'm thinking I should wrap up.
I'm tired. That's my excuse.
And I'm going to just continue to drink it. Maybe I'll go start a fire in the backyard.
Oh, if you pop it up on your Twitch.
Go live in the backyard in front of the fire.
Yeah,
I'm watching a movie here outside.
Just leave the fire burning and with the camera on it. Like,
yeah.
I bet. Oh my God.
We have a group on Facebook.
I don't know if I would stream tonight because the problem is I've already been drinking. And all it takes is a few people to encourage me when I'm drunk.
We're already streaming, so what would be the difference?
Ridiculous. And it goes over the edge really fast when I drink. So if I don't, I need a age when I'm drinking online.
I thought I had this on an age-restricted stream.
Wait a second. Did I manifest her? Is that why? Is that why
age-restricted?
Alcohol. This is why I don't drink that much.
Is that why?
I have not been drinking on stream.
Did that get manifested?
Oh my gosh, you make my face hurt.
Sorry, Paige. You're being 0% productive.
My face
Is
hurts.
that why I kept fucking up saying the wrong name?
Because Paige?
Because, well, maybe, yeah, because I know Paige through Savvy, and same with Sako.
Mm-hmm,
The only thing that the three of us would have in common is Savvy, and Bonnie, too.
Hi.
We wish
the four of us have in common is Savvy, so that would make sense.
I think they're great.
we think you're awesome.
Did you wish for me? Well, I kept calling Sako Savvy. I think I said it twice.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you popped in because I'm feeling like an idiot. So yay, distract everything from that.
Distract everything.
Paige is here.
Paige is here. Paige the puppet is
to be-
here. Oh my gosh.
How do you age restrict it?
I think I do it from the YouTube
Side. Can you do it while it's live?
Supposedly.
Paige, or is Paige an adult? Did she change hers to an adult?
Oh, did she?
Mama just finished Sean's torso. He's got a body. Oh, Mama went all she went all ages. Paige, you got us freaking out thinking that we've been smoking, drinking, and cussing on it all ages.
Hey, make a wish. I have 444 subscribers. Make a wish.
Woo! You get monetized after 100 or 1,000?
1,000.
1,000.
Twitch is
I don't intend on getting monetized on my stream.
Twitch is so different than YouTube too, so totally different platforms.
I've heard you make more money on Twitch.
Definitely. And you can get monetized a lot quicker too.
Yeah, I became an affiliate like super fast.
Yeah.
Do you have to be a gamer to be on Twitch?
No.
But I do art things.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I could do my art.
You could. People would watch.
Oh, Wordsmith Sarah is doing the thing.
And then be the commentary in the background, like do an overhead camera.
It can get intimidating though, like if you get 100 people come in and you're used to like 8 or 20 or 30, and then all of a sudden you got 100 people in there. It can be a little intimidating at once because you're live and sometimes the channels get flooded, it seems like.
I think
I guess you get better with more times that it happens, but
the highest number I've dealt with at a time was I think 63 or 64, but that was also on my paid work site, so it was a little bit different.
Yeah,
and they only get each of them get 4-minute blocks. So whoops, put that down. See how natural I am with it. You get 4-minute blocks, so it's not just like a flood of comments all the time. You get to have conversations for them with 4 minutes at a time.
Oh my gosh, Mint Ghost.
Mint Ghost? We're still going. Evidently, we were
hanging out
about ending
for the next 3 minutes. Mama's steak is ready, so I'll be back if we're still going when she's done. Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Abby still has another stream after this.
Okay. I'm gonna storm Sarah Schwarmreber's stream.
I need something to fix that on me.
What?
Because I'm not doing it a fucking again.
What?
Kind of wish I had a little electrical. Because I just called you the wrong damn name again. I know, and that's why I'm just like, dude, I need to do something where I'm like an electrical shock or something. It's because,
it's the same number of letters.
Well, think about it. I don't think I've called you the right name since this whole stream. I've called you Psycho. I've called you,
you have not called me the proper name all stream.
I don't think I have. Sako is hard for me to say with my tongue ring. Sako. It's hard for me to say with my tongue ring because my mother taught me to enunciate my words and use my tongue when I talk.
Okay. Well, we love you guys.
Taco.
We do. We love you guys. And if you liked this video at any point, I encourage you to hit the like button. And if you would like to see more streams like this one, then I advise that you hit the subscribe button and maybe even ring that bell on the off chance that it actually tells you that when I go live, I do so. And we will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.
Oh, she literally down and out, ditched.
Oh
Bye.
yeah. Bye, Kimmy. There was no nothing.
No, nothing.